Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome in. It's been a pretty crazy day, as you guys have probably seen all over the news. Here with D-Rez Psycho.
Hey.
Canada's Alvaro.
Hello, greetings, programs.
Welcome in, everyone. I'll turn up my volume. Hold on 1 second here. No, it should be all the way up. Turn up a little bit here, though. Test. Yeah. And then... Okay. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. It's been very negative all over social media, as you guys probably have seen. I know D-Rez was saying that he had to take a break from social media because of it all.
It's just crazy. It gets to be too much.
Yeah. Especially since we've been waiting so long. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I kind of want to just dive into some of the spoilers, though, because, like, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I just knew I had to wait till Sunday or late Saturday. I don't know about you guys. I feel like we should just dive in, though. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for making content until tomorrow.
Mm.
So, yeah, but I've seen the movie 3 times already. So I really want to talk about the spoilers, you know, the big stuff in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm seeing it for the 3rd time on Wednesday. But yeah, no, like...
Right. On what format?
Hoping to see it on IMAX 3D again. I saw it last time on 40X.
Great.
Which was a crazy experience. I love seeing it on 40X, but yeah, no, I'm seeing it on IMAX Wednesday again, 3D. But yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. I don't get all the negativity around the movie, man. I really don't. I thought it was amazing. I really did. I mean, I can understand why some people might not like it as much as Legacy. I think it's almost on Legacy's tier. Not quite, but almost on Legacy's tier. But I really liked it. I don't know.
I think it's a great movie. I mean, of course, we are fans, so we are speaking as lovers, you know, Tron lovers. So it's kind of hard, but I think it's really an amazing movie, you know, from every aspect. So I also don't get the negativity around it, and also I don't understand these people's that say that it doesn't show respect for the other movies. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I feel like it had a decent... I mean, I feel like it has more references to Tron 82 than Legacy, but I thought it had a decent balance of, like, the previous movies, you know? Legacy as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, Legacy, I mean, is pretty relevant for the story. I mean, I don't want to talk about spoilers, but, you know, it's pretty...
oh, no, you can talk about spoilers if you want, though. This is a spoiler stream, so you can talk about it. Yeah, don't worry.
So, yeah, I mean, the movie starts with a mention of Sam Flynn, I think. That's already, you know, a big connection to Legacy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I don't get, like, people saying, man, where's all the Legacy mention? It's in the movie. I mean, I don't know if people are watching the same movie as me, but...
The coffee mug? I mean, that one?
Yeah, that shot.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that one.
So I didn't see it myself, but multiple people have been mentioning to me that there's also a reference to the arc grid in the movie. Apparently in Kevin Flynn's office, the arc grid can be seen, like the one in Encom Tower.
Oh, I haven't seen. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, like there's connections everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that office, you know, I think it's a great detail that it's dedicated by Sam.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. And then I also... you go ahead.
You mean the office at Encom?
Yeah.
I thought what I read was somebody said that was at the arcade office. That's where they saw the arc grid. Like...
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was, but I don't know. I heard just his office, so I wasn't sure which one. I don't know. There's kind of 2 offices right now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that was so cool. And the amount of Easter eggs. I also read that Jared Leto actually suggested a lot of the Easter eggs and references for the film, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the scene with the original grid was his idea. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. The music, I was smiling the minute I heard it. Wendy Carlos, it was so cool.
Oh, dude, that was insane. I loved hearing that score.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's asking what the arc. Oh, the arc grid is from Tron Catalyst and Identity. It's like a whole grid meant to keep the ISO safe. It's like a backup server that Kevin Flynn made.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So honestly, I kind of want to just talk specifically right off the bat though about like the whole post-credit scene.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to just dive into that. That was a little bit insane. But I don't know how to feel about it because like I don't like that they did that for a franchise like Tron that's so niche where we might not even get a sequel and they're setting up future movies for storylines that we really want, like Savage Core, and then they're setting up Julian Dillinger as Sark. Like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because we're not even guaranteed a sequel, and now they're baiting us. You know?
Yeah, it feels like Green Lantern.
Yeah.
You remember that post-credit scene? Yeah.
Yeah. It also feels like I don't want to compare it to this movie, but it feels a little bit like Black Adam with Henry Cavill.
Oh no!
I don't want to compare.
No, that's no.
The hierarchy of power in the Tron universe.
Dude, I put up the whole like I think it was 87% for Tron Ares of the audience score, and people kept showing me the whole Black Adam post. I was like, oh no. But no, that's what it kind of felt like. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I mean, like the thing is, I was thinking, like, you know, wouldn't it have been cool if, like, after Athena, like, oh, what if, you know, Julian Sark comes back and like they have to fight him or something? But then there would be a problem there because there might not have been enough screen time. You know, then they're kind of just forcing it in too. So it's like, it's kind of a lose-lose. It's like you either give us the post-credit scene or you force it in earlier, or you just don't do it at all. And maybe that would have been best, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like what they could have done. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Yeah, I have some like an exclusive to share.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw. I had an interview with David Coleman, who's a storyboard artist in the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, he told me before I saw the movie, so I didn't really understand what he was talking about, but he told me that there was a scene with Athena and Sark. So
whoa,
I didn't understand what I thought at the moment that he was, you know, confusing Elizabeth with Edward Dillinger, but I think it makes sense after watching the movie.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's insane.
Yeah.
What I really want to see is once the concept art comes out for this movie, I want to see a closer look at that Sark design too, man. Because there's got to be some around or floating around, you know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I feel like what they should have done is almost filmed that scene, but kept it just in case they did a Tron 4. I mean, they still might be doing one. I'm not sure how I feel about it because of the box office right now, guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I felt like Legacy was a better ending than Ares because it felt more definitive, you know? It didn't feel open-ended. And, of course, there was room for a sequel, but, like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the franchise needs this kind of ending. You know, it needs to feel like there's something more. Because Tron Legacy was a definitive ending. I mean, there was really, but now it's like they have how you say, you know, planted seeds for the future. I think it's great. I think for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, of course, the things are not looking great right now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm happy that they're giving us something to at least look forward to, but like it's hard when you see that, like when you see that how much money the movie's making. You know what I mean? It's just like I was mentioning to D-Rez a while back, or I think I was mentioning it to D-Rez. It might have been someone else. I don't remember who I was mentioning this to. But I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Creator. That movie was on a $90 million budget, and it looked beautiful. And if the
Tron, Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, if the Tron franchise wants to, like, if it's gonna succeed, I think they need to start lowering the budget around there, because 180 million, that's higher than Legacy. That's insane, and it's such a niche franchise. There was no way it was ever gonna reach that, like, or break even with that budget. I feel like they got to start lowering the budget a little bit, and you can still make such a beautiful movie. The creator proved that for $90 million, and that's exactly half the budget of Tron Ares, so.
I feel like that's a criticism with a lot of Hollywood movies in recent years. A lot of people have been saying that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like, but I don't know. I think it's especially highlighted for Tron because of how, like, like I said, how niche this franchise is.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know, like, I would say, like, the Sark thing, like, because I loved it. Like, I was excited, but, like, it annoys me because of the fact we might not get, like, there's a chance, but it annoys me on the same level as not getting more scenes of Caius, like, all that getting cut. Because, like, there was that photo of him with that, like, helmet, and it's like, we never saw that, and then there's all the behind the scenes, and like I wish we could have just one additional scene for like a minute or two. It was nice because it's part of Ares' like development, right, in the movie, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like there was more to, I expected more based on like the interviews and stuff.
Yeah, no, I felt like he should have had a bigger role for sure. Especially like on Twitter recently, I saw like all the behind the scenes stunts he was doing, and I'm like, dude, he should have had such a bigger role. Like, what? Cameron Monaghan should have had a bigger role for sure, man. That was
definitely,
yeah. But oh yeah, okay, that's a good question as well. So I'm confused why the Sark thing even happened. Who controlled that? Because that happened really, really suddenly, right? If I can recall, like, Julian was just at his desk, and it just happened all of a sudden before the cops, arrived at Dillinger Systems. Do we know, like, why that happened?
It's like a backup system.
Yeah.
Like a restoration system that activates. I don't know how to explain it in English. I'm sorry, but it's kind of like that. Yeah. I have the picture if you want it. If you want the the screen. Let me see.
Let's see. Let me read this. Do you think there's still a chance that Disney might make another Tron movie regardless? So, I don't know about you guys. I think that there's still a shot because, like, at the end of the day, I know that Disney's still just trying to strengthen the brand because, we got roller coasters in the parks now. We got, they have merch to sell. So I feel like they're going to do it to strengthen the IP, but I also am worried that that's just me coping, I don't know what you guys think, but, oh yeah, let me see here. Oh, wait a second. On that image you just sent in the chat there, I'm actually going to pull this up. Give me a sec.
Yeah, if you see the name, it's the original program, with the exact numbers. So it's like the OG Sark, that's kind of coming back to life.
Wait a second, man. I just realized something though. Okay, I'm gonna just pull this up and show you guys what I'm looking at right now. So here we have the actual program that's run in Tron Ares. and it says reporting Colonel. I wonder if that's more of a reference to Tron 2.0 as well, because isn't the villain in Tron 2.0 named Colonel, like that virus? I just realized that. I think that might be a Tron 2.0 reference as well. But yeah, no, here we have the screenshot from Tron Ares. This is how Stark is, the program Stark has ran.
I mean, excuse me. Kernel is actually like the core component of any operating system. It's like the it's like a bridge between software and hardware.
Yeah.
So that image is showing like this program Sark has like the top priority for the software kernel.
Yeah.
So it's not anymore a program. It's more like a system.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that now.
That's what's saying yeah.
All right. This is really interesting now. It's oh, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was just gonna say, I saw a bunch of people saying that you actually hear the MCP say Sark in the movie, and I was like, I didn't see it on the first time, and I looked around for a clip, and it's there. You can actually hear it, like when he picks up the disc.
Wait.
Yeah.
You heard? I didn't hear that. Oh, what?
Yeah, you heard a voice.
Listen again.
No way.
Sark. It's like an entity. It's crazy. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Oh, is it like when is it like from the original Tron when he's calling out to Sark to help him? Is that what it's like?
I mean, it sounds like the MCP, but I think it's more like a reference, because the music stops and you hear the voice saying Sark.
That's so cool, man.
Like it's kind of like if it was like a ghost, like this curse that's taking power over Julian. I think that's
yeah.
That's like, dude, I'm just saying again, if we don't get that Tron 4 storyline, that's gonna be really frustrating. Like that's such a cool storyline, but. Yeah, no,
even
I think
like a series, right? Like a mini series, an animated series, even a comic series, like anything. Like I would take it.
Anything. And then the fact that Sam let's talk about Sam and Cora, by the way. Yeah, we had that image of Cora at the end. And there was like coordinates. I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't have an image of the actual coordinates, so I can't really check where she is.
I know it. Yeah, I know. I checked. It's in Mexico. It's in a desert. I mean, it's called Desert of the Lions, Desierto de los Leones. It's like almost like a temple, like a sacred place in Mexico.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's probably where Sam is too, I assume then. I feel like.
I guess, yeah.
So,
and the image says, it has the coordinates and it says last scene.
Last scene.
So, yeah. So, someone, I mean, Ares is looking for her. Maybe, maybe she's lost, actually.
What I'm kind of surprised by is that, like, I feel like the news would have made more of I guess, like, I don't know, a bigger deal over her. But then again, I don't think anyone even knows that she's, like, an ISO. I think Sam probably would have hid that from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's. Oh, you go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I was just saying, I'm actually really happy with how they handled a lot of like I was worried they were gonna poorly handle like disconnecting like obviously this movie's connected, but like the whole like dealing like, oh, what's going on with Sam Flynn? Why is he not at NCOM? Why is Kevin Flynn here? And then, oh, what's going on with Cora? Like they did a really good job with it, to be honest. Like the articles really, and even some of the trailer footage, in my opinion, kind of like it almost was set up to make fans angry. But like when you actually watch the movie, like Sam left for personal reasons, and then with Flynn, it's like, oh, this isn't like it's pretty clear that this is not the same Flynn at the end of Legacy. So it's like, I mean, it might be, but I don't think it is. And then you got the image with Cora setting up the next one. So it's like, it's its own story, but it also, it pays respect, like it's not like putting Sam down or like, I'm just content with how they handled it.
No, absolutely. Also, thank you, Mike, for the 1 gift membership. Thank you so much for that. But no, Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's just, I especially with that whole Sam thing, because as you mentioned, I think you also mentioned this and you found this on Twitter a while back. You were mentioning that like Eve can kind of like Sam left the company because he did a bad job at being CEO.
Yeah, that's what the article said, but in the news thing, it sounded just like he left for personal reasons. So I'm just like, I don't know if the article, like, if they were pushing pushing something, like, I don't know exactly what the intention is there. Or like maybe that was one of the scripts, maybe it says that, but they don't explain that in the film because it goes really fast. So
yeah, it's really, I don't know. That's what I got from it too, though. I got that, it was for personal reasons. It wasn't like that he was a bad CEO, and I'm wondering if it might be related to Korra, or I feel like that's what it would be related to, honestly. And it has to be a good reason. If it's gonna be him leaving income, I want it to be a good reason, though. I don't want them to just like write him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long. I don't even, because like we didn't. I maybe you guys, maybe picked up on things I didn't, but I was trying to look from some footage. Like I was trying to look for like dates and stuff. I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if like it said when, secretly, like when Eve and her sister kind of took over. It's like, because then you kind of have an idea when did Sam leave? Because like we don't know how long that he's been away. Like it could be a recent thing. It could have been in like 5-6 years ago, or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Alvaro, what do you think about that, man? Like, it's really odd, Sam just leaving out of the blue.
That Sam leaves Encom.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. I think my theory is that they were asking many questions about Korra. Like the world was asking, who was this girl? You see the paper, that says, who's this mysterious girl with Sam Flynn, I think it says.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think Sam wanted to protect Korra. So maybe they ran off, or maybe Korra, just went away. And I mean, Sam maybe went looking for her, or just, I don't know, something like that. But I think it has to be with Korra.
Yeah, that makes sense too, because eventually people are going to find out, oh, wait, she's not a real person because she doesn't have ID. You know what I mean? Eventually people are going to find out that, wait, who is this girl really? People are going to, yeah, you're right. Because, people are going to start asking questions about that. And no, that would make sense for Sam to leave because of that, honestly. I think he would do that for Korra. And honestly, I think that'd be a good reason, honestly.
Yeah, that's the most likely one. I can't see it being anything else.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was a little bit funny though that Korra's photo was just a photo. I think it was from Olivia Wilde's Instagram. That was kind of fun. I'm pretty sure it was. But... Yeah, I saw someone say it and then show a photo from her Instagram, and I was like, oh no.
Well, I mean, it works.
Yeah. Well, that's an idea too. They could have also had a kid. That was the theory for a long time, even before Tron Ares. That Korra and Sam probably have a kid now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, maybe this is something to talk about. But I always saw them as brothers. I really think that they are more like brothers. Sister.
Oh yeah, like siblings.
I never saw like. Siblings. I'm sorry. I've never seen something like romantic there, but I don't know. I mean, we don't know, really.
Yeah, I feel the same way about that.
Honestly, I'm kind of conflicted. I'm not sure how to feel about it because I remember seeing that there, like years back, there was a deleted scene, or no, it wasn't even a deleted scene. It was just for test audiences that there was like a kissing scene at the end of Tron Legacy, right before they get onto Sam's bike. Yeah. So, thank you, Idolxander, for becoming a member, man. Thank you so much for that. Wait, actually, let me check that. Yeah. But no, it's very odd. Yeah, I was never sure how to really feel about that. Because on one hand, I like them as a couple, but the way that they interact with in Tron Legacy with Kevin makes them feel more like, or seem more like siblings. You know what I mean? It's very odd.
Also, I don't know, why does every movie have to have the main character be the kid of the previous character? Like, it worked in Legacy, but like that's why I got annoyed with people saying that Eve was the daughter of Sam and Cora. It's like we there can always be new characters. We can always start fresh, you know,
Yeah.
like new stories.
Exactly. Also, Eve Kim, I really liked Eve Kim as a character. I thought she was awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, she's great.
A lot of people were hating on her, and I was like, I don't get the hate. I thought she was awesome, you know?
Yeah, everyone is great. I mean, Seth is also great. I mean, everyone is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the only character I probably had a problem with was Elizabeth Dillinger and AJ, but that's just because they didn't get enough screen time. Like, that's literally my only issue. Everyone did a good job in my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Alexander, for the super chat. Pixel, welcome. Thank you so much for being a member, man.
Hey.
Sorry about that. Wait 1 second. Yeah, thank you guys so much. What I will say as well is, okay, yeah, I want to. You just mentioned Elizabeth Dillinger. I do want to mention that death scene, man. That was insane. Seeing the blood on an identity disc for the first time. That was insane.
Yeah, that was. I didn't expect it to go there.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go there, and I'm happy it did, because holy shit, that was awesome, dude. Like,
yeah,
I did not expect that at all. I thought it was really crazy. Because, you know, I mean, obviously we haven't seen that in the Tron's franchise before because only users can bleed. But yeah, no, I never thought that she would have been killed off. That was insane. And because she's killed off now, I actually want to mention this. I think this brings the opportunity for Cillian Murphy to return as Ed Dillinger Jr. in the future. Because now that she's dead, the board agreed to get rid of Julian Dillinger. And I can only assume that on the board, Ed Dillinger Jr. is on the board, is there, you know? So I feel like he could return in the future.
Yeah, and we could like see him like the first half of the movie. He's trying to solve the mystery of like what happened, and like that would be really interesting to see it from his perspective. Like, imagine a Dillinger's the main character of the fourth movie, and then we got all these other characters, and we slowly bring them together for the final act. You know,
that would be so cool. Yeah. And I also wonder if Ed Dillinger Jr. is still at NCOM, though, because, well, I mean, we probably would have had a reference to that if he is, but I don't know. I'm just really wondering where he is in general. But I mean, I feel like he is involved in some way to his Dillinger Systems. I mean, Dillinger Jr. But I hope we get a bit more. I mean, I can't say I hope we get more in the future because we might not get another movie, but I would love to get more information about him if we do get another movie.
Definitely.
Let's see here. Did you get the Daft Punk reference? Oh yeah, did you guys see that? Yeah, Eve Kim had a Discovery shirt. Yeah. That was so cool. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Daft Punk, man, 9 Inch Nails killed it with the soundtrack. Oh my god, that was amazing. I heard the soundtrack, like I listened to the whole soundtrack before the movie, and I liked it. But hearing it with the movie is a totally different experience. I don't know what you guys thought about that.
It's so much better with the movie. Like, yeah, that's one thing. Like it's still good on its own, but like every track hit with the scenes, like you could, it's a different experience.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was amazing. I do think that they kind of reused some tracks a bit much. There's 1 or 2 tracks I felt like were reused a lot, but other than that, amazing in the film. I loved it.
Yeah.
What I kind of hope is that we get a different composer for the next movie, so that way we get a different composer for every Tron movie, different vibe. I would love that.
Yeah. At this point, you might as well. We already kind of were on that track anyways, so.
Yeah, Wendy Carlos, Daft Punk, 9 Inch Nails. Who's next? You know, M83.
Could be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, so what did you guys think about the 82 grid?
It was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
It was one of the best parts.
Yeah, the fact that they brought back the Wendy Carlos soundtrack. So yeah, no, that was insane. They had the actual sound effects from the original film. That was
Yeah, you can hear the recognizers.
Yeah,
you
I
can
heard that
hear
too. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah,
the amount. Yeah, they like it was so accurate to the original film. They even had like the lights flickering like in the original film, the film grain,
Yeah.
everything. It was amazing.
So much love, for the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm happy they didn't just modernize it because they could have easily done that, but no, they like recreated it the exact way it was in 1982.
Even the wall break, like the crack in the wall, like they got that too.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I thought that was so cool. And then Kevin Flynn. Okay, so Kevin Flynn in the OG grid, that's definitely not the same one from Legacy, right? Like that's the vibe that we were kind of getting.
Yeah, no. It's a different one.
Yeah.
And I'm glad because it doesn't it doesn't ruin Legacy's ending. Like that still hits, and like if they want to like actually go with a story with Sam and his father, like they want to continue with that, they can do that in a future movie. Because if they kind of like gave too much away here, it would have been left. Then that's a big question if we don't get a fourth movie. Like, so I'm glad with how they handled it.
Yeah, me too. Like I felt like it would have diluted the ending of Tron Legacy for sure if it was the same one. But one thing that like someone almost referenced to me was there was like a scene in Harry Potter where you're in the train station with Dumbledore, like almost like a ghost of Dumbledore, and it's kind of like that where it's just like I don't know. It's just I'm trying to figure out a way to describe this. It's just almost a shadow of Kevin Flynn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite Kevin Flynn, but it's kind of in between, actually being Kevin Flynn or not.
Yeah.
Do I think Ares is the last time? Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think Ares is the last time we'll actually see Kevin Flynn though? I mean, if there's more movies, that is.
I think so. Yeah. I think it is.
The thing is, I think if we get a Tron movie in the next 3 to 5 years, we could see him again. But if it's anything longer than that, I feel like the chances decrease. Because like if they did bring Bruce back, like I don't know, I feel like you can't bring Bruce back and not try to bring Jeff back. Like if they did something like that. So I don't know. I feel like it's all or nothing at this point. It really depends on how things go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like now what I've been saying for a little bit now since I've seen Tron Ares is that now that we have Julia Dillinger kind of becoming Sark, I'm starting to become okay with the idea of this might be a hot take, Tron being recasted. As long as we get Bruce back as Alan, then I'm okay with that because we're getting a new Sark. I'm okay with getting a new Tron.
Caius Neutron.
Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, that'd be amazing. I feel like in the future, Caius actually could return because, Ares really was so curious as to why he wasn't coming back. I feel like Ares would almost try to bring Caius back, and imagine if he took the mantle of Tron. That'd be cool. I would like that actually.
Me too. Yeah, it would just be perfect.
Oh no, I knew this was a hot take. Recasting Tron. What? Yeah, no, seriously though, like if Julian Dillinger is going to become Sark, I'm okay with someone taking the mantle of Tron, as long as Bruce Boxleitner returns in some ways, like Alan.
I mean, we did Tron Uprising. If someone else can take the mantle, why can't someone else?
Yeah, yeah. If Beck can take the mantle, yeah, someone else can easily.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that Ares was going to take the mantle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting that he, at the in in the ending, I was expecting him to say like, "I fight for the users."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought he was going to say it, but yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they didn't go that route, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I think Ares should be his own character, you know?
Yeah. And Monahan as the new Tron would be amazing because he deserves so much better in this film. You know, I'm a huge Karen Monahan fan, and when I heard that he was announced, I was so excited. And then I watched the film, saw he was only alive for like less than 30 seconds. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, if he takes the mantle of Tron, that would be amazing. But if not him, I'm trying to think of who else could possibly take the mantle. I think what would be actually no, I don't know if about that, but yeah, no, actually that's it. I mean, okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up anyways because it's in my head, but I don't know how I feel about this idea. If Julia Dillinger is a user becoming Sark, hear me out on this. This might be a bad idea, but it's just an idea that pops into my head. Sam Flynn becoming Tron.
Yeah.
Because he's a user, and so is Julian.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like a Flynn should kind of just be a Flynn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, I don't know. It's just interesting though because I don't know. It'd be cool to have a Dillinger and a Flynn as two flagship programs.
Yeah, I mean, you know what we need? What? We need Shed Bradley.
Yeah, yes.
The son of Alan Bradley. I mean, that's what we need.
I'd be down for that, totally.
I would be, yeah. He was such a cool character in Tron 2.0, man. We need more of him, seriously.
He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Flynn continuing what Kevin started. Yeah, no, like, I don't know. I feel like we definitely need a user to take the mantle of Tron. Maybe, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like Kais to also take the mantle, but it would be cool to have two users becoming flagship programs, especially if it's a Flynn and Dillinger, but it doesn't need to be Flynn. But yeah, there's so many cool ideas here. I just don't know who else could really take the mantle, to be honest. Also, yeah, no, this is also a good idea to point out. I don't know if you guys noticed, the MCP face was so well done in this, I felt like. I mean, it wasn't really an MCP face, but it was very reminiscent of the Master Control Program's face. When Ares is talking to Julian Dillinger, do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In the grid? Yes. Face, yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a great job with that.
The voice is really good.
Yeah, it wasn't cheesy. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I love Tron 82, but man, sometimes it's hard to get past that Master Control Program face. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But no,
isn't that voice similar to the one that Light Cycle Run that was a few weeks back, or is that a little different?
It actually might be. I'm gonna have to go back and check now. I didn't even think about that. It might be. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, good idea pointing that out. I'm gonna have to go back and check that now. But yeah, no, I thought they did a good job with like the very reminiscent Master Control Program. I don't know if they do a full-on Master Control Program. That's gonna be very interesting now, though.
Yeah.
One thing that I liked in Ares a lot better, and I have mentioned this a lot on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere, is that the grid felt a lot more like a computer. You know, in Legacy, it didn't feel as much like a computer. It felt more like a cyberpunk alternate world, and I'm okay with that. I'm not dissing on Tron Legacy at all now, but I kind of like that it brought it back to how Tron 82 felt, where it was more like an actual computer. You know.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree with that.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, so yeah, no, this is a good question. Yeah, in the movie we actually see the Encom grid completely blown up. Is it like, do you think it can be rebuilt? Because Dillinger goes back to Julian Dillinger goes back to the Dillinger grid where it's all blown up. But do we think that grids can be kind of repaired from the inside out?
I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, as you said, these are more computer systems than the digital frontier from Legacy, so I guess it can be rebuilt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because, yeah, that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of what, you know, it's implying a little bit, but I'm not too sure about that. What was very interesting, or what's going to be very interesting if we do get a Tron 4 is how Julian's actually going to escape, because I don't even know if the portal's open still. I mean, it probably is, but we don't know. I don't know if we saw that or not.
Then again, that's one thing that's interesting. Like, they you know, well, I don't know if they really explain it in the first movie, but in the second one, they explain like time works differently, obviously, on the grid, or so it's like I would assume it's the same case with the Dillinger grid. So it's like how is he gonna know like when is time to escape? When are the police gone? Like when is it time to come back with I don't know, an army or something,
Exactly. And yeah, to quote Kevin Flynn in Tron Legacy, like the portal uses a massive amount of power, right? And I'm wondering if in the newer grids, the portal's probably open for less time than in Legacy. Because of that, because newer technology, I'm wondering if it's open for the same amount of time as in Legacy.
Yeah. I will say the portal scene was interesting in Ares. Like it was like they were going down a waterfall, kind of. It felt like that.
That was so cool, yeah. Yeah, during that scene though, one thing I didn't really like is I didn't like the lyrics that were playing on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love the whole soundtrack. It's just I feel like the lyrics should stay out of the film. Maybe save it for the credits or something like that.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the thing. When that clip came out, like before the movie dropped, it's like Athena was talking and it was hard to hear her because there was like the music just kind of distracted me a bit. And like I still feel that way after the movie dropped, but because I see where the song kind of leads to during the action scene, it's not as bad. It's not as distracting, at least like a minute or two later. But yeah. I mean, yeah, like certain music choice, like they could have, that scene in particular could have been a little bit better there, but it was overall good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I love how they used oranges. Yeah, the orange tree, by the way, that was awesome. That was so cool.
Yeah.
How they brought that back. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the particle lasers, that was a really cool addition as well to the franchise. The fact that we actually have mobile particle or Shiva lasers, that is so cool. And at first when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh wait, we have guns in the grid now? I don't know how I feel about that. I'm so happy that wasn't the case and it's actually from the real world. I love that so much more.
Oh yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. Crazy how Eve got her own suit, but it was only for like 5 minutes. Yeah, I kind of wish that we got to see a bit more of, like, I wish she got to explore a bit more of the Dillinger grid, to be honest. Because we got to see quite a bit, but it was mostly around, like, where Ares, like, spawns into the grid. And then we got to see around the portal and that. I wish we got to explore a bit more because there's all these solar sailors, all these recognizers. It would have been nice to see more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen, like, any more programs. I mean, where are they?
Yeah.
Right?
Where's some of the people? Yeah.
We just see the guards, we just see like, Athena, and that's it.
There was 4 programs. I mean, what happened there?
It feels like it's just a general simulation, like not a whole world,
Yeah.
But I mean, it looked good at least.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Eve's grid as well. Yeah, someone was mentioning that. Like, yeah, it was a lot like a Utopia. At least there, we got to see a lot more programs in the Dillinger grid. But I also wish we could have seen a bit more of that. I like that it does feel very expansive in that grid though, because even though it's kind of cut off at the main city, you can see that there's many other cities in the distance from that, which I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like Outlands. Yeah.
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 And I thought that was so cool.
Eve's disc in this. Like, I remember thinking like that was the permanence code. Like when we were like going over it, I'm like, the disc looks different. There's got to be some sort of significance to it, but I guess not. Like that's just her disc.
Yeah, and also yeah. So permanence code. That's like. Do we think that's definitely ISO DNA then? Like isomorphic algorithm DNA?
Maybe. I don't think so. I think it's something different.
But... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it also brings up the whole thing with Clue. Like, why was Kevin Flynn so... I mean, I guess also Clue did have his disc at the time, but I'm just wondering why Kevin was so worried about Clue exiting the grid if he knew about the whole permanence code thing. But I also think it might have just been because Clue had Kevin's disc at the end of the day, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, even if they had like 29 minutes, maybe he was worried even in that time they do a lot of damage and like...
Yeah, that's true. Know. Yeah, I guess 30 minutes is still like a lot of time to cause a lot of damage with the whole rectifier, which is the whole like carrier that Clue has, all those recognizers, all those light jets,
Yeah.
By the way, why didn't Kevin or Clue ever bother to fix the crack in the 82 grid? That's a good question. That's what I'm wondering, man. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think about that. Maybe for the memories, you never know.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's IsoDNA after seeing Kevin pick up a piece from Ikoro's disc. It reminds me of what he gave Ares. Yeah, that's true too. Because it did look like DNA, the whole permanence code.
Yeah. I will say one thing. It's off topic a little bit, but I kind of wish we saw more recognizers. I feel like we got the big one, but I feel like we needed to see at least a few on screen at the same time,
Yeah. No, I agree with that for sure. By the way, seeing the bit back was so cool. I'm seeing a lot of people mention that. That was a blast from the past.
Wow. I love that.
Sort of a little off topic, but yeah, no, I needed to mention that because
biodigital jazz, man.
Even subscription to Chase White. But no, like seeing seeing the bit back, seeing like I have to mention it one more time before we get off this topic completely. It was crazy seeing the 82 grid back, but I'm kind of happy that they kind of expanded it a little bit in terms of world building. We saw a whole new portion of that grid. We saw a new IO tower. I don't know. I'm happy that they expanded it a bit.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys, how was the reaction in your screening to that moment?
Well, do you want to go first, do you guys, or do you want me to go first?
Well, I'll be honest. There was only 2 people in my theater.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Well, it was very quiet. That's something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was just chill.
Yeah.
I was enjoying the film for me, but yeah.
It felt like when I first saw Spider-Man No Way Home, because in my theater I went to one of the Tron Legacy double features, and it was a sold-out theater. There was no seats left at all. It was completely packed, no seats left. Probably one of the best cinematic experiences of my entire life. People were cheering at references. It felt like Spider-Man No Way Home when I saw that in 2021.
That's right.
People were cheering when they saw Kevin Flynn back. People were cheering when they saw the light cycle back, the bit, everything. Yeah, and it felt like a whole experience, man. And sometimes I don't like cheering during a film, but it wasn't for that long. Like, I don't know. It's just nice when you've been waiting for a movie for 15 years and you see people actually clapping along with you to all the references, But yeah.
Well, for me, there was a lot of people in my screening, but I think no one, said anything. I mean, there was only one comment I heard during the screening, and it was during the ending, when you see Ares in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a guy behind me saying, "Oh, he's so fine." That was the of course in Spanish, but that was the comment. "Oh, he's so fine." That's it. That's the only comment from my screening.
That's an interesting one. Yeah. I remember people. I also could hear people in the back like interesting references from Evolution, which was crazy. It was yeah. There was that like Abraxas reference I did see, but I didn't see too much else to Uprising or Evolution. No, there wasn't too many deep cuts. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm actually surprised at how short the ParanoiaCon stuff was.
Yeah,
I was expecting it to be longer.
I was a little upset about that.
So many extras
for
nothing, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see more of those costumes and outfits, but it was nice to see the references we did, especially Braxis. I'm not going to get over that. I love the Evolution reference. But yeah, no, they. I did want to see almost a bit more of the actual convention floor, not just the panel. That's what I was expecting to see, honestly, when I first saw the set photos. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I just expected it to be like this whole opening scene, Like, I don't know. I pictured last year when I saw the set photos, I'm like, it's going to be this whole opening scene, and then maybe somebody NCOM gets hacked, and then you see AJ turn around, and then we cut to what's actually going on. Like, I thought it was going to be this like big thing and it builds up to it, but no, it was just like, less than a minute or two like of scenes and whatnot.
Also, I didn't even realize this until someone pointed it out, but the MC for that whole ParanoiaCon section was Bella Porch.
Yeah, I saw that.
What? I didn't notice that until someone pointed it out. I'm like, what? That was very random. I was okay. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, she's in the movie. Okay. Did you notice that? Yeah, there was also they had the Disney World discs as well, and they had the 82 discs, which was so cool. I love seeing the 82 cosplays because those are so rare to see. But that was awesome. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, someone just mentioned that the song that they played for AJ's like entrance was "Paranoid" by Black Sabbath, like Space Paranoids.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know that song, but I don't know why. I wasn't thinking of the title at the time. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. But yeah, no, I would have liked to see at least one Uprising reference, but I feel like that's almost more niche than Evolution somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't know what they would have referenced, because it's just, I don't know. I don't think that they could have done much there, other than maybe just a Tron like outfit reference, like his white light suit, but that's about it.
It's one of the coolest suits.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And yeah, I would have liked to see that, but I don't know. That's too niche for sure. It's too niche in a niche franchise.
I mean, it can't be more niche than Bethel Games. Like,
oh yeah, dude, and they had a reference, so they could have done it for sure. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. But
I think the official name for the recognizer is Super Recognizer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah. No, in Tron Rising there's a Super Recognizer, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong. So yeah, that might be a reference. I mean, I asked that question to David Coleman, and he told me that he couldn't answer that question. I mean, he said that he couldn't answer me if it was a reference to Uprising.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was kind of calling it there for a while too, because I was thinking of the Super Recognizer from the end of Uprising. They look so similar too, So yeah, I
think
agree
it would
with
have
that.
been cool. I would think it would have been cool to have that, and then have like maybe 2 or 3 regular sized recognizers, because then it just shows the scale of like this super one. Oh, this is the real deal. The invasion's in full force,
Yeah, no, that would have been cool if they actually brought in like a few normal sized ones. Yeah, you know what also would have been cool if they almost like if there were almost like a few recognizers that connected to the Super Recognizer, so they just like can almost exit out of that one.
Yeah.
And then
that's even better.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, no, absolutely. Let me see here. Also, yeah, Athena was a Power Ranger level stuff. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I thought that would have been cool. Athena, she was. I thought she was a good villain. I really liked her. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like she could have had a bit more writing, like for her character. But honestly, I liked her overall. I thought her acting was good. Or, Jodie Turner-Smith's acting was good.
Yeah, she feels like a Terminator. I love that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and I love seeing Julian's reaction when he's like, "Oh shit, I've gone too far," because she's like, "Sir," she's like, I cannot speak right now. He's like, "Who gave you that directive to actually spawn in the recognizer? You did, sir.
You did."
And I'm like, dude, this is so badass. Seeing like the consequences unfold in the real world of what you've created yourself. It's almost like Kevin Flynn watching. Yeah, it's almost like Legacy, but in the real world. And I love it because, you're watching your own consequences unfold right in front of you.
Yeah. Part of me hopes we get like an Athena 2, like how we had Clue 2 and whatnot. So it's like, but this Athena is very different. Like she has a different purpose maybe in a future film.
Yeah, I'm happy that she felt a little bit different than Clue 2, though. She didn't just feel like a copy,
Right.
They gave her, I don't know, a bit of a different personality,
Yeah.
Anyone mentioned that the big door? Yeah, the big door was missing.
It could have been Dillinger this time. He was yelling a lot. He could have said it. Like, oh, that would have been great.
Dude, we needed the big door. In my opinion, Clue was a better villain. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, no, but I still think that Athena was a good villain. I do agree, though. Yeah, Clue was my favorite villain. But I think Dillinger and Athena are both up there.
For sure.
But after seeing Julian's performance throughout the whole film, it makes me so excited for what we could have with Sark.
Yeah. Off topic a little bit, but I was just thinking, like, imagine they bring back Cyrus someday. Like, I don't think they would do it, but it's just, he's my favorite, to be honest. Like, Clue is probably, like, up there, but, like, I feel like Cyrus he's either higher than Clue or right below him, but he's really, like, I don't know, it'd just be crazy, like, after everything that's gone on in the Tronverse, he still survives somehow. He's still out there, and, like, I don't know, it'd just be crazy, like, to see him come to the real world. That's, like, I wonder how that would go.
Yeah.
In live action, he would look so
That
cool.
would be insane.
Yeah.
Biodigital jazz, man.
Oh, Churchman, thank you for the super chat. Weird idea. I think Dillinger should hire children with programs and make a weird hybrid command. The Mad God in a Strange Land. Wait, 1 second. Let me reread this. Oh, wait. Let me see this. I'm trying to reread this. That would actually, no, a weird hybrid program like that would be pretty cool in my opinion for the Dillinger. And all this is like making me so annoyed because I'm gonna keep saying this, man, but it's just so annoying because we don't know if we could even see any of this because of how Tron is performing right now. I'm coping a little bit, but we still have China that releasing next weekend. But I don't know, man. It's just really unfortunate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really need to see Tron.
What are your predictions, for the box office?
Globally, I'm gonna say I think it's gonna end. I mean, we're at 60 million right now, right? I could see it going up to, if we're lucky, maybe 200 million, but I kind of doubt that. I think it's gonna be around 160, maybe 170. you know. But at the end of the day, it could do well. I mean, it could have a second life on video on demand, because I know Superman did, but Tron isn't Superman. I'm gonna be real here. Tron is not Superman, IP wise.
Right.
But then again, you know, Disney also has a lot of merch in the parks for Tron, so they might contribute some of that. I don't know. It's just, I'm trying to cope, but I also don't want to like give myself false hope at the same time, you know. But no,
that's what sucks. It kind of, I've been so mixed even before the movie dropped, because I've just been thinking like, I already know how it is. Like, we could have gotten everything we wanted, quote unquote, and I feel like the outcome might not have been that different. Like, the movie would have done a little bit better, but it just feels like, we're like, Tron is such a niche thing. Like, it might bring in new fans, and like obviously we will enjoy it, but it feels like the general audience is just not connecting for some reason, and that's what's it's just frustrating. Like, it feels like it's like it feels like a doomed like story, but like I also don't want to go down that route just yet, because you know it's still early on, but like you do definitely have those thoughts, you know.
exactly, man. It's insane. It's it sucks after having all this like it's been like a roller coaster these past 15 years. You know, we've had the ups and downs constantly. Of thinking of whether or not Tron 3 is coming out, and now we're almost like going back into that era with Tron 4. I feel like, so it's just so unfortunate. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta go back to this comment. What I meant by Syra is Dillinger breeds with digital programs, and he spawns kids who worship him as a god, like worship a user as a god. That'd be pretty cool, actually. That's a cool idea for Tron 4, like to almost create an army as Sark, because I feel like that grid is almost entirely dead now after the payload explosion, you know?
Yeah.
Man. What I've been saying for a bit is I feel like the way to go is, like I said, lower the budget, but I feel like they need to rebuild their audience for Tron, because it's a lot lower than it has been since 2010. I hate to say it, but I think they need to make a cartoon, not Uprising, a brand new cartoon, because, you know, it's been 13 years since Uprising. I feel like a new cartoon is the way to go. Something that isn't a prequel as well, because not everybody's seen like Legacy. I feel like something new to introduce many new fans, and slowly build up the audience with that cartoon, and then lead up to Tron 4. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. Or maybe a live action series, you know, like Alien Earth.
Yeah, that
something like that.
That was planned back in 2020 too, with Tron before Tron Ares, wasn't it?
Yeah. It got canceled.
Yeah.
I think it was like March 2020, I think.
Yeah, and then they were like, let's just make a movie instead, you know.
I personally think we should probably get just stick to animation, just because like we know Tron looks good in live action.
Mm-hmm.
It's been done, and I feel like if it's just like an animated series that they can pump out like a season a year or something, or every other year or whatever, I feel like you'll have more time with the characters, more, you know, and they won't be limited by, you know, having, you know, like by live action. Like they could do whatever they want. They could just draw whatever they want, like go all out with the concepts. And like that's what I want. I want to feel like we're going places we've never gone with this franchise before. So I think that's the only way. Like I think that, and the problem is I don't even know if Disney would like, if this movie doesn't perform the way they want, I'm afraid they're not even going to give it a chance. But I would hope, because, you know, a lot of their movies haven't been doing all that well. So I would I don't know.
So I was mentioning to Mike on the grid a while back, or earlier today. He was mentioning to me that almost every single Disney film this year has underperformed. You have Thunderbolts, great film, underperformed. Fantastic Four, almost every Disney film so far except Lilo and Stitch has underperformed. And who knows, like, I mean, Avatar probably won't, but it probably won't make as much money as it usually does. I mean, it'll still probably break even, but it probably won't perform as well as the previous films. Just because of how Disney is doing this year. So I'm almost hoping that Disney looks at the films this year and they're like, okay, maybe it's not a Tron IP problem. Maybe it's just nobody's going to the movies right now.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's probably coping, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. And also, you're mentioning animated, and I don't know if you remember, a while back, like, the Disney animation president wanted to make an animated Tron film. That was, like, in the works for a long time. She was actually, like, trying to set up a lunch with every a Disney animation director, trying to find a director for this Tron film. And then it didn't happen because she stepped down.
Right.
Like, we were so close to getting that Disney animation Tron film, and it didn't happen because of that.
It's just unfortunate. I mean, I kind of had a feeling when because I think I saw that too. I feel like, Ares is kind of this big thing, so it's like, let's just get that out and then we'll go from there. And like, I think that's fine, but let that be a thing. But yeah, like, I don't know, maybe like a year or two from now we could have an animated series, and I don't want it to be like 6 to 8 episodes. Like, I mean, I know it's kind of like that today, but it would be nice to have like at least 13, 14 episodes. Like, I don't think we're going up to 20, but it would just be nice, because I mean, there's still like a random example, but My Adventures with Superman, like that cartoon it's fantastic. Yes. And I would just love something like that for Tron. Like, that art style looks good. It would just be, I don't know, that I would be on board for.
I totally agree with that one. Yeah, that's a great example right there. And it's just, I feel like animated is the way to go right now for the Tron franchise, because obviously theatrical isn't working right now. And I don't think that's just because the Tron, the IP. I don't think that's the reason why. I mean, it's also the budget. I mean, I feel like the budgets are for Tron films are way too high right now. But
yeah,
I feel like if they want to build up the audience and then go theatrical, yeah, go animated. And we've seen Tron animated. We know it works. Uprising was amazing. Tron Uprising arguably has one of the best stories in the entire franchise.
Yep.
And
100%.
Yeah, no, I think that's where we need to go, but I don't know. I know many people are asking in the chat right now, like, if a sequel is possible. I think so in the future. I mean, like I said, I'm probably just coping, but I hope so. And considering that the park or the theme park rides are so successful, and that's part of the reason they made Tron Ares in the first place, by the way, I think that they might do it to build up the Tron IP. But part of me is also concerned, because they'll be like, oh, maybe what if Tron Ares is actually damaging the reputation of the rides because it flopped, and they're like, okay, time to tear down the Tron rides. There's also that possibility,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would even take a comic run. Like, even that is something. Like, it's just, because as long as you got a story, it's good enough. Because, like, what the aesthetic looks like, and it's like, as long as you just know what the story's about, you can picture it in your head, or obviously drawings. Just, we don't necessarily need to see it be this Hollywood blockbuster. It doesn't have to be. Like, we can manage as a community, like, I'm not just saying this because the movie's going in a certain direction. Like, I've always been this way. I just want good content that's consistent. I don't really, because even if we do get a Tron 4, right off the bat, we gotta probably wait a handful of years, even if
biodigital jazz,
put it, greenlight it tomorrow, for example. So it's like, I don't know, with a comic or a regular animated series, it's always kind of around and you feel its presence. And I feel like that's probably the problem Tron keeps falling into, is it comes back and then it underperforms, and then it goes away. And it's like, there's no consistency. Like, there's so many people that have even said on Twitter they didn't even know there was a Tron movie. And I feel like Disney's just got to push the fact that there is Tron. It's part of, pop culture.
Yeah, exactly. The only consistency Tron has is disappearing for 15 years and then coming back.
Right.
It really sucks. I'll go Sound X. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. I would propose a Lego Tron game, a full-blown RPG game similar to Cyberpunk 2077, and a live-action streaming series, maybe set in its own separate grid. Yes, okay, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, like we were talking about an animated series. Something set in its own grid is the perfect way to like kind of not reboot. I mean, kind of. I'm not gonna say reboot because I'm not saying that we're gonna get rid of all the characters, but almost kind of. I'm gonna say reboot. Okay, I'm not saying that we're rebooting all the characters, but we're bringing like the franchise back for new fans. Send its own corner of the Tron universe, send its own grid, similar to what the Art Grid is doing for Tron Catalyst and Identity. And then eventually, start to connect it with the rest of the Tron universe. And then eventually, that's when you get your live action film. I don't know. That's just my opinion with it. I don't know. Maybe what I'm saying doesn't make much sense, but like we were saying, anime is the way to go. But Tron doesn't have much consistency, like we were saying, like, other than just disappearing every 15 years. So it's, I don't know.
I saw somebody I saw somebody online saying, like, wouldn't it be cool if we had some like battle royale type of thing? Like, it doesn't, not necessarily a battle royale, but like an online multiplayer game, modern day, that even something like that, people are thinking about it. Like, it could be like a Marvel Rivals situation. Like, people, it's every day, it's here, people are playing it. And I think that's another thing. Like, Disney's not like, they did great marketing with Ares,
biodigital
it's
jazz,
like before
man.
And potentially after this is all said and done, they'll just go back to not talking about it again. So it's like, we need something that's always around, that's always got chatter.
Yeah. Gerald Campos, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Oh my god. IMAX 3D was, sorry, I'll be coming back to that in a second. Super D-Res, sorry about that.
It's all good.
IMAX 3D was completely amazing. My wife loved this movie. I'm going back as soon as I can. That's what I love to hear, man. Like, I'm going back I'm trying to see this movie at least. I mean, this is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sitting here saying my no life basically, but probably 10 times.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I mean, 15 years. Yeah, go watch it 15 times, Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, so similar to what you're saying, ATV, but I feel like also, by the way, a way to expand the Tron universe is the Fortnite's doing a huge collaboration with Disney. They're making their own experience. It's just Disney,
Yeah.
And if any franchise works in the virtual world, it's Tron.
Right.
So I feel like they could also expand Tron into gaming. It doesn't need to be animated, That could also be, I mean, if any franchise is begging to get more gaming adaptations, it's Tron. I don't know. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think we needed, like, there wasn't any toys, for the movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't a big merchandising, and I'm not saying that toys, and merchandising would have increased, the profits in box office, but, they could have give us something at least, some figures from the movie. I love what Hasbro is doing with Legacy and the original movie, but I mean, there's really nothing from Ares.
And there's some cool stuff too. Like, we could have had a dart. We could have had a dart toy.
Yeah.
We could have had Ares, Athena. Like, I don't know. There was some.
Yeah. Like, did you guys see the Ares disc at Disney World?
Yeah.
Why is that at Walmart? Why is that at more stores?
Right.
Exactly.
Like, what? Makes no sense. This is not at all like the Tron Legacy merch we got. We should have more. And I feel like if we had more toys, that would also help profit the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, just as a fans, I want that disc, I want a figure from Ares and also, and even Dillinger, I want an action figure from Julian Dillinger. I mean, that's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is true too though. But someone was also mentioning Disney is now afraid of toys because Star Wars has not sold toys in so long. That's fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like at least a few toys in there. I mean, you got to have the iconic light cycle. You know, people are gonna buy that. It's iconic. And then I feel like the identity disc too. I mean, they legit made the identity disc. Why not expand it further? You know. And on the packaging, it legit says it should be available on DisneyStore.com. It's not anywhere to be seen. The only one that you can get right now is the Kevin Flynn disc, by the way, which is limited to 3,500 pieces. You know, it's really unfortunate.
That's so dumb. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I would have liked to see
biodigital jazz, man.
Even just. I don't know, even action figures too, you know. I mean, Hasbro's obviously doing that, but I feel like we should have had some Ares figures. But from what I'm hearing, Hasbro got the license very, very late, and that's why we're just now hearing about the Legacy and 82 lines, you know.
Yeah.
They did a good job. Better late than never. So.
I think Disney has no idea how to market non-recognizable IP, or at least are scared to make any toys after Spin Masters failed. That's true. Some people thought that Spin Master actually died after Legacy. No, they made the Superman merch this year. Don't know if you guys heard about that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I knew they had merch. I wasn't really paying too much attention to that, but that's cool.
Yeah, it's yeah. Back to Ares a little bit though, because I don't want to be ranting here the whole time about like why this movie didn't do as well as it could have. I do want to talk a little bit more about the film, just so I'm not ranting the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, what did you guys think about Seth? I felt like his comedy was sometimes also a little bit forced. Like
I'll be honest, I didn't like the comedy, but it was a lot better than I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
The trailers and like what I heard, I was expecting it to be a lot worse.
Like Marvel humor.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a Guardians movie, or like I don't know. It was a little more under control. Like it was there enough, but it didn't distract you from the main plot.
Yeah, I feel like they balanced it out. So like when you were in very tense moments, he wasn't like always, just slinging jokes,
Yeah.
Yeah. I did still like him as a character, but I think he could have, been a bit better, but I don't know. I still liked him as a character. He was still pretty likable.
Yeah, definitely.
Only because he was made to be likable, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked his hoodie. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was a cool hoodie. Yeah, bro. I want Eve Kim's Ducati jacket. That was so sick, by the way.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that especially.
Yeah. Ares. Jared Leto is Ares. I really like Jared Leto. I don't think we talked about that. If we did, my bad. I'm going back to it, but I really like Jared Leto as Ares. He did a good job. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge Jared Leto fan. I don't watch all of his movies. I don't specifically hate on him because he brought back Tron Ares. He made this movie happen. So I have respect for him for that. But I was surprised. I really enjoyed his performance as Ares. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think he did a good job. I understand people don't like him for obvious reasons, but I think he did a great job. I think from start to end, I do think that there was a switch up, where he starts to act more human, and it's kind of sudden. Like that's been a criticism, and I agree with it. But other than that, that's not the fault of Leto. Like I think he's performed good. Like this is probably one of his best roles, or at least one of his better roles. I just think people are, they're going in with the bias of they hate this guy, so we don't like how the role that he played, and I've seen that extend to Eve and other characters, and it's just like I just don't see what these people see. You know, he did it. They did a good job. You know, and like I was invested in their, you know, the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like the only problem I have with his journey though is that not only is the movie open ended, like I was saying, but I feel like his journey doesn't come full circle because you know now he's looking for Korra to end that journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one issue I kind of had about his story, is that I feel like you know it came very close to full circle, but to kind of accept himself in the real world, he's trying to find Korra, so that's why his story doesn't really finish off in the film. Also, someone just said, let me find it here. I was at the IMAX screening a few minutes ago, and 80% of the room was filled. That is what I like to hear. Like that's some
Nice.
Okay. More of that, please.
Yeah, not two people in the audience.
Dude, yeah, no, I was at a screening on Friday. This was after the fan event I went to. And I would say about maybe 40%, maybe 35% of the
Biodigital jazz, man.
That's good.
Yeah, I would have liked more, but no, it's not horrible compared to what I've heard other people's experience.
Than nothing, so yeah.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
But,
pretty good.
But
yeah.
But that's one thing I don't like, because it's like people on Twitter, like first of all, they're trying to like see nobody likes this movie, but then there's other people that say, no, they're just getting screenshots off of Google. That's not true. But you know, like no, some theaters are empty and some are filled. Like it's both are true, honestly. But you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know, man. It's also one other thing, guys. I just want to add real quick. Mike on the grid. Oh yeah, Tron has been filling like crazy today. LOL. If you didn't see, 21% of all sales this weekend worldwide has been from IMAX. Very impressive. Like, okay, you know what? I feel like this movie might have legs in the long run because of the word of mouth, but I don't know about you guys.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. D-Raz, you might have to like give a response to this because I'm not too sure about this, but on my account, I've been seeing a lot of positive stuff for Tron areas.
Jazz, man.
But I'm also worried that's just because I'm running a Tron account. You know, I feel like that might just be my algorithm. Like, I don't know. What have you seen, Alvaro? What have you seen in D-Res?
Yeah, I've seen both. You know, I've seen negative reviews and also some pretty positive comments. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty mixed. You know, it's like I don't know. I mean, I love it. So I really don't look at negative reviews. So,
yeah.
That come from, you know, most of them don't come from fans. So I really don't pay attention if they are not fans from the franchise. I mean, most of the critics really don't understand Tron. So
yeah,
almost anybody that's a fan I've seen has enjoyed it. Also, thank you, Dino White, for the super chat. Thank you so much for that.
Honestly, out of all the Tron accounts on Twitter, there's only one that didn't like it, and every single one of them liked it. So it's like I forget. I think it's wasn't it the out of context account?
Oh yeah, it was that account. I saw that. Yeah. And but even then they were very positive. Like everybody was saying, "Oh, I really enjoyed the comments," and they were like, "Oh, I'm happy that you enjoyed it." At least they're being at least they're being really respectful about it. You know?
Right.
They aren't saying, "Oh yeah, my opinion is the only opinion." They're being really respectful and accepting other people's opinions about it. That's what and I want to see more of that. But then again, it's Twitter. It's very toxic, so I can't say that, you know. But
yeah.
But yeah. This film was so fun, and I'm hearing people like this even better than Legacy. I mean, I'm not seeing as much of that, but I like that people are enjoying this more than Legacy. I'm happy that people are having a lot of fun with this film. It's just like, I don't know. I can't stop thinking about that open ending, but you know, I'm really happy that people are enjoying this. But I don't know.
I love how this movie also opened up with the grid. You know, Flynn says that.
Oh my god! Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I love, yeah, the whole seeing also, yeah, that opening where we saw like they were kind of like holograms, seeing like the holograms fill in the 15-year gap. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was amazing. Absolutely about the IMAX. The scene where the recognizer passes by Encom shook the theater. That happened for me too. That was insane. When I saw the film in 40X, guys, one thing that was really shocking is that the score actually contributed to the motion of the seats. So like sometimes the seats would actually like, I don't know, like have haptic feedback based on the beats of the music. It was so interesting. I did not expect that at all. It was a very different experience. I was shocked. If you can see it on 40X, I highly recommend you do so. It's a totally different experience. I want to see it again on 40X actually, but that was insane to me. It was yeah. It's hard to explain, but like yeah, the first couple beats of the music, you know how it just jumps right in after Julian Dillinger like enters the command. Yeah, the drum beats, like you get haptic feedback in the motion 40X chair. It's insane. But yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I don't think that they lean too much into the nostalgia. I see a lot of people saying that, especially with the opening, but I feel like they still did enough of their own thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they did fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. It didn't bother me like everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I really liked how I like how similar the Encom grid was to Legacy's grid, but the problem I'm seeing a lot on Twitter is that many people are confusing that for the Legacy grid. And you were even mentioning this to me, D-Rez, a while back.
Yeah.
That you wish they clarified that it's a separate grid earlier.
Yeah, and even some of those what was it? The magazines back like in August, like there was like kind of confusion there a little bit. It was like I couldn't tell if it it's like Legacy grid, Encom grid, then you got the 82 grid, then you know there's but they said there was 3 and I was like is Joachim just saying this to hide the other ones they might show, or is he being honest? Does he not remember? Did he just misword? Like, do they all know what they're talking about, but he just has different terminology? I just couldn't tell. So I don't know. I wish they were a little more clear, but then again, I guess it was the premise was the real world, so I guess it wasn't like they weren't as focused on that.
Yeah, I feel like also one other thing that I want to bring up on top of the grids is also I wish we saw a bit more Space Paranoids. This game is so big, it brought Encom back up to the top. Why don't we see much of it?
Exactly.
Like we saw that one security guard playing it, but I think that's it. I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little interesting. Isn't the Encom grid the Legacy grid because of the sun theory? Oh yeah, that was your theory, wasn't it, D-Rest?
Yeah, I got that, but then I got that theory from someone on Twitter. I don't remember the app, but
you stole it. Okay, yeah. I stole it from you, and you stole it from someone else. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not the Legacy grid. This is a separate grid. The Legacy grid was like an isolated server, so it could not be the Encom grid.
Yeah.
But that's also another. Oh, you go ahead.
I was talking with Discs of Tron, and he was saying that that the Encom grid, it's just a newer version of the 82 grid, and that the 82 grid that we saw, the quote Flynn grid, it's a copy of the one from Encom back in the 80s, and that's why it connects to the arcade office, and I guess that makes sense, but I was a little confused there, and I think a lot of people are confused. There's like many different explanations for it.
Yeah, it's very odd. And then like the Legacy grid is in a very weird place too.
Biodigital jazz, man.
if you recall, Ares exits the 82 grid through the computer that the legacy grid was on.
Yeah.
That's or the laser, I guess. That's I don't know. It's really weird because does the legacy grid even exist anymore? Because Sam took it from off of, or I copied it onto a drive. I don't know if you removed it from the computer or what's going on there.
I don't know.
I think it's because it's the same Shiva laser, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It might be that it's the same laser, so it might be a connection.
Yeah.
But
it also might be because... you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I mean, it might just be... I don't want to say it, but fan service, you know? Just going back to the arcade, and there's really not an explanation.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It also might be that, like, Sam... Or, sorry, not Sam. Kevin is a user. I mean, it's a shadow of Kevin, but then again, he's also a user. So it might have been one of his user abilities to bring him to the laser from Flynn's arcade, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe,
will say,
yeah.
I am a little disappointed that I loved it, like seeing Flynn's arcade again. It looks so cool, but it's also like the end of Legacy. We see Sam turn the lights back on, and now they're shut off again. Like, I don't know. It would have been cool to see, you know, it renovated a little bit.
That's what I thought. I was really in shock by that too. You know, you would think that Sam would keep Flynn's arcade alive now at the end of Tron Legacy. I was kind of shocked by that. I was like, why isn't this arcade lively now? You know?
Yeah.
I was hoping that it would be like about the same amount that we saw in the first Tron. You know how lively it was then. People playing arcade machines. I don't know. I was a little disappointed with that too. I agree. Yeah.
That's what we thought. Those set photos with Ares, Eve, and Seth. Like, we thought that was what was going to be the arcade. Like, it was renovated because we saw the Flynn's arcade Tron logo in the background. But I guess that was just, you know, the arcade or the office at Encom.
Yeah. No, it's also, let me share the link. Yeah. No. That ended up being. I did get that from someone who visited the set. They were telling me that. I was kind of confused at first, but yeah, no, it's like a museum at this point to Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because I was really expecting Flynn's arcade to be lively again because of that. Also, yeah, Rich Cheesy Boy. Yeah, I'll send in a Discord link to the Tron Community server if you haven't checked it out already. Oh yeah, that's true too. I'm just glad Flynn's isn't a Starbucks now.
That's true. I also just want to bring up. I went back and checked the clip real quick. With Encom, it almost feels like maybe it's a stretch, what I'm saying, but it feels like they potentially forgot about Walter Gibb. You know?
Yeah.
Because in the opening they say the company that started at Flynn's arcade or whatever, like they said that, and it's like, are they saying Flynn started Encom now?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm a little concerned about like that. Like, you know, Walter was a character, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, he was one of the best characters in the franchise. He's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many references to Dumont. You know, Dumont, not shipping. Here's Dumont recycling, I think.
Yeah.
They changed it that it's not Dumont shipping, it's something else. And you see
it's recycling.
First when you see it also in the car that that they stole. It says Dumont. I don't know exactly if it says Dumont shipping or recycling.
Yeah, I think it was recycling, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, did you guys notice that on the van that they were driving earlier in the movie, on the side it said Shaddix, and if you guys don't know, that's actually a reference to Steven Lisberger, because Steven Lisberger's character in Tron Legacy, he was in Tron Legacy. His name is Shaddix. He works at the end of Lion Club. That was a reference.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah. I thought that was a really cool reference. Many people thought that was just like advertising. No, that's actually Steven Lisberger's name in Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I was expecting to see a cameo from Lisberger.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that we didn't. I mean, maybe we did, but we just didn't notice. But no, yeah,
maybe,
a little disappointed on that too. I came on kind of like, who's the other guy speaking? Oh yeah, we got Hannah's Alvaro, and then we have D-Res Cycle in here.
Yeah, hello. I'm sorry for my English. I'm from Argentina, but I'm trying to speak slowly so everyone can understand me.
I hope we get a true sequel to Tron Legacy. I feel like, a true sequel to Tron Legacy. I feel like that's where we're headed after this film. I mean, it's legit the film that everybody wants. We're seeing Cora and Sam, and then we're seeing let me move this here, and then we're seeing actually no, it's not just Legacy. It's kind of a mix of 82 and Legacy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember the fan film Tron Destiny?
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course.
It's kind of funny because they got even more right than we thought. They had Sark at the end of that trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, it ages so well now. It's really funny.
And on top of it, there's different characters in Tron Destiny, just as there are in this movie too.
Yeah, yeah, they got way too much right about that. And then also the red light cycle in that short film.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time, just like the rest of the Tron franchise.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm happy Lisberger was a producer on this film, though. I feel like, I don't know, I would have been a little upset if he wasn't. I'm happy that he had a bit of a role in making some of the decisions for the film. You may have already talked about this, but what are your thoughts on the film only making 33 million right now domestically? I'm not happy about it. I think the film could have a new life on video on demand, possibly. I don't know. I'm gonna talk more about this a little bit later because we were just talking about this, but it's not a great look for the Tron franchise now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joseph Kaczynski was an executive producer too. Yeah, people are forgetting that too, which was awesome. Let's see here.
Biodigital jazz, man.
Oh, 1 second. Super bummed. Yeah, no. Super bummed about the whole budget thing, or I mean the whole box office thing. Though. I'm not gonna dive too much into that because I know people keep bringing it up, but I'm not gonna dive too much into it because it's very negative, and we were talking for I think 30 minutes about that. But I think there's still a future in this franchise. I want to believe. Am I coping? Probably yes, but I'm a Tron fan, so I don't know. I waited 15 years for this movie, and I think that this franchise has a lot of fans that are very patient. So, you know what I mean?
Worst case, we can always do fan content.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of projects I'm seeing in the works from fans. So, I don't know. I think that there's still a hope for this franchise. But yeah, do you think it felt like a $180 million movie though? I don't know, but what do you guys think? I think it did. Especially the CGI and soundtrack.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like the budget could have been lower. I don't think it needed to be that high, to be honest with you, because a budget could be lower when it is shot mostly in the real world. You know? Yeah, I think the budget could have been a little bit lower. I don't think they needed to push it that high. Leto might help out again with Tron 4 because he is this is true too. Yeah, he's a fan of the series. Oh, Dynamite, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. What were you gonna say, D-Rez? Sorry.
I was say, imagine a few years from now, we have a picture of Leto and Bruce together. Like
that would be
great.
insane. Oh my god, yes, that would be crazy. I want Leto producing on the next one for sure. I don't. Did he produce on this one? I think he did.
Yeah, he
yes,
did.
he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want him back. I agree with this. Yeah, I want him back because he was the one who actually brought up a lot of the references. He planted a lot of those references, and made the film better for Tron fans, especially. You know.
Yeah. But I would want him to be like the main character this time. I feel like someone else needs to be the main character, but he should still be a part of it.
Well, arguably, I don't even think he was the main character in this one. He was part of an ensemble, you know?
Yeah. If anything, I would say Eve more, but
yeah,
I agree. But like his name is in the movie. I just feel like I feel like the focus should be on like somebody new or somebody that's been in the franchise before, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. But we need a Sam as the main character.
That would be great.
But everybody says that. That's not like a new idea.
I'm still rooting for Dillian. Oh my god, I can't speak
Julian?
now. No, not Julian. Dillinger Jr. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy. Yeah,
he should be the main character. You know, because like since the plans kind of went in a different direction, you know, like he could be the main character. And you know, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of story potential there, like we were talking about earlier.
What I think would be really cool is if he actually helps Sam, because you know Sark is gonna be the main villain, and obviously I feel like Killian's gonna want to avenge his sister. Like what? You know?
I don't think so.
I mean, unless he doesn't know that Julian killed her, but the police probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him and Eve, but yeah, I'm happy that it wasn't just him as the main character, though. I'm happy it was more of an ensemble, like I was saying. But yeah, once again, like you said, D-Rez, yeah, Eve would definitely be better as a main character in the next one. I enjoyed her character just a bit more, but I would like to have a bit more of a backstory for her.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I get the criticism that they brushed over it too quickly, but
yeah,
you know, I don't. It wasn't that bad. Like people say, oh, we didn't care, but like no, like I think we did a good like going over, you know, her sister, you know, and like I feel like they showed her motivation, and you know, you understand why she's, you know, working towards, you know, the permanence code. She wants to, you know, stay connected to her sister, and I just feel like some people like, yeah, maybe there could have been a little more there, but the movie was already moving at a fast pace anyways, and some people sometimes have said the other Tron movies aren't paced properly, so I don't know, I don't really see that many issues there. I think they did a good job with what they had, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. What? Eve was not a... Yeah, okay, that's too. Yeah, people keep saying that she was a girl boss. She was not.
No.
Or that she was a Mary Sue or whatever you want to call it. No, she was definitely not any of those. She was just a strong female lead. That's to simply put it. She was just a strong female lead.
Yeah.
I don't get the criticism with that. Like, I'm willing to hear people's opinions of characters and all that, but if you think that she's a Mary Sue or a girl boss, I personally think that we just watched a different movie. But hey, teach them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't invincible like Rey Skywalker.
Biodigital jazz, man.
Let me see here. Yeah, her light cycle chase convinced. I mean, she was badass. I agree with that, dude. That light cycle chase was sick as hell, man. That was so cool. I mean, like, I know that the cop car clip was overused a little bit in the trailers, but it was still so sick to see in action in the movie.
For sure.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw, so I in the behind the scenes for one of the like TV spots for Tron Ares. It was like a Nine Inch Nails TV spot. It showed Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross of Nine Inch Nails in like fighter pilot suits. I watched the movie for the second time. I checked the credits, and sure enough, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are actually the F-35 pilots. So
that's cool.
That was really cool. Yeah. I don't know if you.
It's harder to notice, but that's still cool regardless.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught that, Alvaro.
I'm sorry, I had my mic off. Yeah, I saw it, and you can hear them speak. So yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. Yeah, they just appear for 2 minutes just to get killed off. Create a badass score, then just get killed off by some light jets. I don't get why they're supposed to be in fighter jets, man. How are they supposed to make such an amazing score up at that high? Just got back from my second viewing. One reference I picked up was when Julian was talking to Ares in the grid with the face. It mirrored the MCP talking to Stark and Tron 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were mentioning earlier, too. They did a very good job at modernizing that. Oh, yeah. Also, okay, I want to talk about this because this was definitely better than Legacy. The combat in this movie.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Dude.
Choreography
was insane.
On point. Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely did a better job when it comes to all the choreography, everything like that. Like the whole sequence when they're in the ENCOM grid and attacking all those programs, that was awesome. I really liked it when we were also seeing Ares like getting trained for the first time, like all those patch notes or those patch updates for the Ares program, and we're seeing him learn against opponents. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was a great opening scene.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I love Legacy, but that was one thing that Ares did better than Legacy.
I mean, I don't mean to like put Legacy down, but I always point to this one scene in the End of Line Club where Cora's fighting the Blackguard, and she just kind of turns around while fighting, and it looks like it's choreographed. It looks very fake, you know. Like I don't know, just that's what I always picture. But you know, all things other than that, it was serviceable. But yeah, not like Uprising, not like Ares, definitely not.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Olivia Wilde, by the way, in that scene, man. She had to learn how to do all that in heels. That's insane.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, this had does the Argentinian have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I'll send the link over right now.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm talking about the choreography and the fight scenes. The final battle, you know, when you see Ares jumping in the air and grabbing the disc, I think that's just one of the best moments in the movie for me. Yeah. And also the new. What do you guys think about the design? You know, in the new suit at the end from Ares.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, that was so cool. Yeah.
That chest. No.
That was awesome.
I like the chest symbol at the top. Like, yeah, I wish we saw more of that suit, to be honest. You know, it was that good.
It was such a cool transition though, like when there's just no lights on, but then when Athena is approaching him, all the lights like slowly turn on throughout the suit. That was such a cool moment. I love that. And then the music, yeah, that was a great moment. I loved it.
Yeah. I will say though, it is a little, I mean, maybe there's an explanation. I just wasn't paying attention, but you know, obviously he's wearing normal clothes when he's in Mexico. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking, like, does he take the suit off and hang it up somewhere?
Yeah,
or...
that's weird. Yeah.
I was wondering that too, and I hope that if we get a Tron 4, I hope we get an explanation for that. Because for Cora, that was different. She got digitized back into the real world, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very odd. Yeah. And Ares is like circuits that he had, or the symbol that he had on his chest. That was a lot like 82. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That was so cool.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot more influences from the first Tron than Legacy. But I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Honestly,
no.
If anything, I think that proves that Tron Ares had more creative decisions than corporate decisions, you know? Because from a corporate standpoint, if they wanted, I mean, I feel like they would force this movie to be more legacy related because Tron 82 is just more unknown than legacy. That's just a fact, you know? And I hate that that's a fact, but it's just true. So yeah, no, I think that's just proof right there that this movie was just made with love. Yeah, no, and that there was a lot more creative control over it from the actual writers and from the director and from like the producers, and that's what I love.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know 2.0 isn't canon, but imagine we get to see we in the next movie get to see some like Easter eggs of that too.
Yeah, and also someone was pointing out that there was like someone in this film, or like I don't remember where I found the image, something that looked a lot like Mathria from Tron 2.0.
Oh.
So that's very interesting. I gotta find the photo. I have it somewhere, but apparently it was like an image that looked a lot like Mathria.
Okay.
I'll find the image in a little bit if I can, but I know that it's I know Discs of Tron had it. I'll find it in a minute. But yeah, no, that was very interesting. So I don't know. I almost don't want them to like connect Tron 2.0 because of the whole Ghost in the Machine, but I feel like they could connect some of it without making all Tron 2.0 canon, you know?
Or you could have elements there, but like the events didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, you could like mix and match like what works and what doesn't.
I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. Did anyone else hear 82 MCP call it? Yeah, when Julian went for his disc. Yeah, that was so cool. I didn't hear it, but D-Rez and Alvaro was saying that that happened, and that's just so cool. I'm gonna watch out for that on my third rewatch. Let's see here. But apparently there was also a lot of Yori references, which I need to also look out for. I heard that there was a you know all the arcade machines that's in the Encom Tower building.
Yeah.
One of the arcade machines was called Yori's Quest.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I need to go back and check for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll be honest, I found it hard to focus on those arcade machines. Like it kind of just was moving too fast for me.
I was trying to look at all of them, but yeah. What are some things you noticed on your second rewatch that you didn't catch the first time? That's a good question. I'm trying to think now because I don't know. That was like a couple days ago that I had my second rewatch. I would say, well, probably a lot of the Easter eggs that were inside of Flynn's office. There was a lot of Easter eggs in there. They had the Digital Frontier book from Tron the Next Day. They had the art grid, which I didn't see. Someone else did, but they had the art grid in there. And that might have been also in the Flynn's arcade office. But yeah, no, I noticed a lot more references in there. I also by the way, this is a little unrelated, but the continuity in this film was so good because there was one moment when well, this is one of the moments near the end of the film where Julian is getting digitized into the Dillinger grid. They actually like have the full name for the Shiva laser. Like the attention to detail is insane. They have the SHV 20905, which is the full name for the Shiva laser. Like the attention to detail is amazing. I love it.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen the movie today for the third time, and I've noticed something that is pretty, I mean, it's pretty funny. The folders on Ip Kim's computer at the beginning, when she's watching her sister's video, the folders have the names of the director's family of Joaquin Ronin.
Wait, what? Oh.
Each folder in the computer has the name of, his son, Hawk, his wife, Amanda. Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool detail.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many references, dude. I can't wait until this is on digital and on physical, because I'm gonna have to rewatch this movie so many times to catch all the references. There's just so many in this, and I love how much they sprinkled out throughout the film. Not to the point like where it's obvious, but like I like that they're kind of hidden, so they're not just obvious fan service. You know. But yeah, I love all the next day references they had. Like they had references for even the most niche of Tron lore, and that's just so great. But yeah, I think that was the right choice. Once again, what I would have liked to see is Uprising, but I mean, hey, we were mentioning that earlier. I think that's okay because it's just the most niche part of the Tron franchise, in my opinion. Except for Tron Catalyst, but yeah. I did like that they kind of brought back some of the quotes. I did feel like some of them were a little cheesy, like when Seth said it's all in the wrist.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah, I felt like that one was a bit
cheesy.
That.
I mean, for me that was like a great moment. Yeah,
I agree with you. I actually like that one.
I don't know. Yeah, usually I like them all, but I don't know. It's like we're hearing it for the third time in a row. I did like when they said, "Here goes nothing and here goes something." I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Some of the references were. I agree with this. So yeah, Mike on the grid saying some of the references were really good, like the coffee cup with the security guard. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. One thing I also noticed is that on my second rewatch, this is something I noticed on my second rewatch, is when Ares and all the programs are infiltrating the Encom grid, and he goes into that like data stream. There's a lot of articles. I didn't notice this on the first time. A lot of articles on Sam and Cora.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed the picture, from the end. That it's a photo from Cora and Sam.
Yeah, and the headline was like "Mystery Woman with Sam Flynn" or something like that. I don't know. I can't really. Yeah.
Who's the mystery girl with Flynn? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was very interesting. I really want. That's also why I want a Tron 4. I want to learn more about like what happened after she was in the grid, like what happened with the news and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, overall, what was your favorite moments of the movies, guys, or of the movie, guys?
I gotta think for a minute.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening scene, I think is just.
I think that like. I think the opening scene is one of the best ones too. Yeah, I agree with that, because just seeing, like, we haven't really seen it before, where a program is created and we see the actual user updating them over time. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say the intro, 82 grid, Sark, and then probably Athena versus Ares. Probably I would probably just that. And then in terms of like underrated scenes, I know this is random, but I really like the scene with AJ on the phone with Julian. Like, I don't know, I was like laughing almost. Like, it was just entertaining, like hearing them talk, like, kind of talks, bad at each other,
Yeah. No, I love that too. Actually, yeah, I loved AJ's character. I thought he was really cool.
Oh yeah.
In the film.
I just wish we saw more of him.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, no, and also, by the way, at the end of that phone call, when Julian yelled "end of line," that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there were a lot of Terminator 2 vibes in this movie. Honestly, Athena reminded me a lot of the T-1000 from Terminator 2. And I like that. She reminded me a lot of the T-1000. I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the character is based on T-1000.
Yeah.
I mean, according to David Coleman, he told me that it was the reference for the character. So yeah.
I feel like Terminator was the best place to get like influences for this movie because we're taking it out into the real world, and we're kind of dealing with a similar thing like Terminators and programs. I think it was the best place to get influences from. So I'm happy that they did that. I am.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, the program's climbing up the main structure of Eve's grid. Yeah, that was really cool. The end. Yeah. I like what that whole camera shot where we're panning across or like moving across the Encom grid, kind of getting to see the different buildings of that grid, and then we also see like recognizers in that grid, which was really cool.
I wish we got a close up. Like I thought we were when I saw the trailer footage at the time.
Yeah, and also I'm pretty sure we saw solar sailors in that grid.
I did we?
I might be wrong on that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I can't. Yeah.
But it might be. I mean, it should be solar sailors. They carry information, so yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
But yeah, I was a little bit worried that they would just like remake some 82 kind of themed music for the 82 grid, but yeah, no, Wendy Carlos, amazing. And I hope that they do something similar if we ever return to the Legacy grid with Daft Punk soundtrack. They kind of bring that back. Because here's what I think. Like, I think it's good to have a different soundtrack for each grid to help differentiate them more. Like we have Wendy Carlos for the A2 grid, we have Daft Punk for the Legacy grid, and then we have Nine Inch Nails for all these new grids. I kind of like that there's a different soundtrack to go with each grid.
That's true. I mean, they could even just bring Joseph Japanese back for that. They wouldn't even they could do that too because they brought him back for or he kind of did Light Cycle Run a little bit, like a slight variation for that.
Yeah, it was like a remix of Legacy. Yeah, he could totally do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the one thing, I wish I know the Encom grid. It was a very brief scene, but those blue programs, like I wish we'd seen like a few faces. Like it, I don't know. Like it feels like it could have just been like there wasn't any actual like people there. Like it were just CGI or whatever. It would just it would have been cool. Like. Because they're just it kind of comes off as like there's no character there. It's like a simulation. Like there's I feel like not that because it isn't the Legacy grid of course, but like people would have like at least if you could like connect it like the faces or I don't know I would have liked that to see actual character because it still feels like you're kind of rooting for Dillinger's side, like him and his soldiers. Like, yeah, Caius is, they're not bad. They're just following, Julian's order, right? But the directive. But I don't know. It's like you're kind of on their side, but like the other side, if you could like invest in them and like them trying to, protect the Encom grid, I feel like there'd have been a lot more stakes too. And it's like, okay, well, who am I supporting right now? Like, I feel like that would have been kind of cool to develop further. I feel like it's like, okay, let's just take these guys down and get out of here. Like that's really all it was. I would have preferred them to expand upon that a bit more.
Yeah, like it didn't even feel like they were people. I mean, they aren't people; they are programs. But like, it would have been nice to have a bit more of a connection with them. Like have their reactions to them, like invading their system. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, they felt like bots, like just.
Exactly.
Something like very, very primitive, like primitive programs compared to Dillinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like if Disney really wanted people to go see this movie and support it, the post credit should have really been. I honestly, I'm happy with what we got. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that Stark is back, but it should have been like Tron because everybody wants Tron back. I keep seeing that all over the place. It should have been like, the Sea of Simulation where we see Tron.
He finally crawls out of the Sea of Simulation.
Yeah, after 15 years. But I feel like that would have like got some more people to go see this movie and support it for a possible Tron 4. But I'm still happy we got Sark. It's just it makes Tron 4 less likely because 82 is less popular and less well known. So when people see that post credit, they're like, "Who's Sark?" Which is unfortunate to say, but no, not as many people know who Sark is compared to Tron.
Yeah. That's kind of something that's funny. That what was it? Beyond Reporter. They were hinting at Jarvis being in the movie, and
Jarvis?
I was just thinking,
what?
Yeah, they were like tweeting Jarvis, like a Jarvis gif, and I was just thinking like, so we are going to the Legacy Grid, and we'll see him somehow back, but obviously that didn't happen. But I was just thinking like that was kind of random, But
I noticed that the Beyond Reporter was just completely wrong with everything. They said that Korra's going to be in the movie, and then they tweeted out, like source confirmed, and I was like, bro, Korra was not in the movie. Her photo was in the movie, but not her. That is not the same thing. No, we were just lying now.
Yeah, it's like he got derezzed by Clue. Like I don't know how he would be back unless a new version popped up. But I mean, like I don't know. I guess I would have taken. I would have been like I would have been chill with it, but it's just it would have been weird.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm Gen X, and dude, I love the 82 references. I know that many people don't like the film, but it's good to tie everything back together because now that Legacy's tied back together, 82's tied back together, now we have Ares. We're in a good spot for obviously it might not happen, for the franchise to continue because now we're kind of all back on the same page with everything. You know what I mean? Do I think the movie could have been long? D-Raz, you were also mentioning this earlier. Yeah, the movie could have been longer. Sure, there is a lot of cutscenes, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What do you think, Alvaro? Like, do you think it could have been longer?
Yeah, it fell short, honestly. Yeah.
That was. I don't want them to recast Bruce as a younger Tron, but if they have to, who would play him? Honestly, I don't think it has to be Bruce as Tron. I think it should just be a mantle that's passed on at most because, we have Sark being played by Julian Dillinger now. So it'd be cool if another user... I was mentioning this earlier in the stream, but if another user plays Tron, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that. Wait, guys, Encanto flopped in theaters? I didn't know that.
I don't know. To be completely honest.
Someone was mentioning, I wonder if Disney Plus will determine anything for the success of the franchise. We've seen movies like Encanto flop in theaters and become massive hits. I didn't know that flopped in theaters, to be honest. Oh, that was near COVID. Okay.
I mean, this movie could kind of be like an Elemental situation. There's still hope,
That's true, yeah. I'm hoping, man. I need this franchise to continue. There's still so much potential. Like, I don't think I've ever been so hyped for a post-credit scene in my entire life. Like, I've always been a huge Marvel fan. I mean, I got the Amazing Spider-Man poster right there. But nothing has come close to my love for Tron. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Everybody's saying have Beck be the new Tron. It's just... I don't know if Uprising is too niche for that. And even then, I wonder who would play the live action Beck. I don't think it'd be Elijah Wood. I think he's too old now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, I definitely think that... Yeah, Ares could have been longer. I heard that there was a lot of scenes cut between Eve and Ares. I think there should have been a lot more scenes with them specifically, to strengthen, their friendship or to get to know each other better. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably gonna see those in, maybe not all of them, but we might see some of them in maybe like 2 to 4 months, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Then we'll break those down.
Yeah.
Digital jazz, man.
I don't know why, but Oscar Isaac, when he was younger, especially around the Force Awakens time, he kind of looked like Beck then. I could actually see that. That'd be cool.
Oh.
I screamed when the Sark armor. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat, Idol Xander. I screamed when the Sark armor formed around Julian, and the credit scene was so hype. Like, I can't get enough of it, man. I need to see that concept art so bad, and I need a figure of that. And I'm happy that they kind of modernized it a little bit. I really don't want it to be the exact same armor from 82. I want it to be modernized a little bit because we're in the Dillinger system now. You know, we're not in the OG.
It'd be out of place.
Yeah, it would not work. And I think that they are modernizing it a bit.
Because... I will say... Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was to say, when I was talking to Discs of Tron about like how the 82 grid we saw might be a copy that Flynn made of the old NCOM grid before the Legacy grid, I was thinking to myself after that, well, maybe, you know, after Dillinger left NCOM and started Dillinger Systems, he created his own Dillinger Systems grid, and like that's, you know, the current one is a more updated version of that, and like the design is kind of, it's transferring over. Like it's probably gonna look more updated, obviously, as we were saying, but it would probably, that's where it's coming from, maybe, because yeah, I mean the disc, and I mean it looked cool, but it kind of looked a little, it might look out of place depending on how the design turns out.
Yeah, like it's really wait 1 second, hold on, I'm trying to find a image of it right now. Okay, I can't find images of it anywhere, but yeah, the Flynn grid used late 80s computers, so it was a copy.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was a little confusing at first.
Yeah. Cameron Monaghan would be a great Tron / Beck. Maybe that could be reconciled lore-wise with him being the basis for Caius. That's a good idea. Yeah, I definitely want Cameron Monaghan to have a much bigger role in the future. Like, I want him to return. I love Cameron Monaghan. Huge fan of him. I met him like last year in August. I tried to ask him about Tron Ares. This man was silent. He would not say a thing. But yeah, it's funny because all that silence just for a 30-second scene, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe he didn't expect it to be 30 seconds.
That's yeah. I wonder if how
maybe.
Yeah, because that whole stunt sequence that you see him recording, I see this video constantly on Twitter. I wonder how long he really expected the scene to be, and if he's disappointed or not with how much he actually had. Because I don't even think he really had more than 2 lines, maybe 1 line actually. Like, that's so unfortunate. Yeah,
the only scene I can picture is just Ares, you know, grabbing his hand, and then that's it. Like, that's the only scene I picture in my head, because that's all that was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cameron Monaghan is the new Cillian Murphy. No, this is worse than Cillian Murphy though, because his scene is so much like shorter than Cillian Murphy's.
Right.
Did you see the Collider interview with Joachim running after about the after credit scene and the thought that about the Dillinger grid essentially containing a version of the original MCP? No, I did not actually see that. I'll have to check that out. Oh yeah, I did notice that too. Yeah, they took out the Burning Man scene where Ares says temperature controlled about his. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw that in that one trailer. Ares walks into the entrance of the NCOM building, and someone asks if he gets hot or if he's burning, and he says no, it's temperature controlled.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah. They cut that scene.
I really want to see some of the deleted scenes when this movie's out, though. I need to check all those out. If they include them, that is.
Do you guys think that at some point Sam was in the movie?
Pardon me?
I don't think so.
I mean, if at some point of the production Sam Flynn was in the movie, and maybe they had to cut the idea.
Definitely during like at least one of the parts of the film, but that was before it was Ares, you know, because I mean Ares was always meant to be in Tron Ascension as the villain.
Of course.
Yeah, like we see concept art of like Ares legit chasing Sam. But as far as like Tron Ares production, no, I don't really think so. But yeah, he was definitely in an early script when it was called Tron Ascension. Because it was originally like it's kind of like the same script just being changed over time though. So yeah, he was part of the film at early plays.
I mean, I have the feeling that the idea was to bring him back at the end.
Yeah,
I would have loved that.
I feel like the idea was to bring him back, and then they decided to leave that open, you know?
Yeah. I think Julian's armor will be similar to the guards in Uprising, but sarcophagus. That'd be really cool. Yeah, sarcophagus. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I mean, we saw the image, but like, I mean, the image is floating around out there. I've seen it multiple times, and I've compared it to the original Sark armor. It is much different circuitry-wise, but like the hood is kind of the same. And I hope that they, like, if they do make a Tron 4, they change it up a bit more. I know that, like, what you know, all the time when there's post-credit scenes, they change it from what we've seen. I mean, look at Into the Spider-Verse when we saw Spider-Man 2099. He's completely different in Across the Spider-Verse, so I don't know. I think they can change the design. Don't get me wrong, I love how it looks, but I want them to modernize it a little bit. When it comes to seeing stuff on the original grid, keep that all the same. I don't want that to change at all. But when it comes to, you know, stuff on the Dillinger grid, make it more, you know, modern. But I do love how the Stark helmet looks. That is so cool. And one idea that I had, guys, I don't know if I brought this up. It'd be cool if Julian almost merges with the previous Sark program, because the way that he gets the Sark armor, it almost looks like an infection.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if his memories are almost half Sark and half Julian, so he becomes much more of an evil antagonist than ever before.
I would love for that.
That would be so cool. Yeah, if his like memories are like merged together, and yeah, half Sark, half Julian Dillinger, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think they definitely that like at first I didn't really know what was going on. I thought he was just like, you know, he was taking the disc and his suit was forming, and then, you know, you hear the Sark, you know, voiceover thing, and then the more you think about it, them merging together would make a lot of sense. And like, then you could have a new version of Tron, and it's like, you know, they could recreate that final scene, you know, like, I don't know.
Imagine a modern version of that scene. Like that's insane. The potential's there, man. It really is. There's so many. This is why I'm not going to say it again, but I need Tron 4. Actually, I just said it, but I'm not going to say it again after this.
But then you could have Julian or the new Sark kind of like use Tron's dialogue against him, and he's like, I'm better than you now, because like in the first one, Tron was like, I'm also better than you. You could like flip that, and like, I don't know, just flip the roles, not flip the roles like Tron's the bad guy, but like, you know,
flip
like,
the lines.
I don't know. Yeah,
that'd be really cool. Yeah, I'm also really curious about that. Yeah, what a modern rendering of what the MCP would look like. Like, we kind of saw that in this film with Julian talking to Ares, but I want to see a full version of the MCP, because in Tron 82, the MCP looked very different. Like, the actual, like, full version of the MCP looked very different from the version we saw talking to Sark in the early parts of the film. where he's just more of a screen. So yeah, no, I want to also see what a modern version would look like. They gotta work on that design a lot though, because it could easily be very cheesy. But I hope that isn't the case. But there's so much potential there. Yeah, they clearly wanted to avoid making something that looked like Zordon from Power Rangers, because that was the most likely outcome. Yeah, no, definitely. This is also, man, this is also kind of, and I hope it isn't like this, but it's also reminding me of Power Rangers 2017. I know many people hated that film. I didn't mind it, but that post-credit scene, there was no film after that, man, and I hope that isn't the case for Tron. The other question is, who's going to play the MCP? Evan Peters again? That's a good question, because Dillinger played, David Warner played Ed Dillinger Sr. He played Sark and the MCP. I think that would be pretty cool if he played the MCP as well, or Julian played the MCP. Evan Peters, I guess.
I think he should.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Hold on, let me check something. All right, there we go. What if we got... Oh, this is a cool theory. What if we got a female MCP played by Gillian Anderson?
Ooh.
Yes.
That is such a cool idea. I love that theory.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Just think, now we have the MCP able to essentially mind control users. So now... Oh, wait. I didn't think about this. Yeah, mind control users. So now they can mix MCP and Thorn from Tron 2.0 to try and take over the cyberspace in the real world. Yeah, that's true, because, yeah, now that, like, Dillinger is pretty much, like, theoretically merged with Sark, the MCP could pretty much control him. That's insane. Imagine, like, a program controlling users. That is insane. And I love it.
Yeah. Oh. We got so many good ideas.
Dude, yeah.
This whole chat could write the best Tron movie like ever.
And also, oh yeah, this is the point too. Gillian Anderson, if she was the MCP, it would make or it would continue the tradition of the MCP being British.
Nice.
Yeah. What about the grid from the Daft Punk music video? That also had a different version of Olivia Wilde in it. I don't think that's really canon. I think that's just, for the sake of the music video.
Yeah, definitely.
They actually made Gillian Anderson look older than she is, and she still looks great. Oh. Could Corey Burton play MCP? He did in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's true, because, yeah, he played Sark and the MCP in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a possibility. Yeah, no, that's also another thing. Someone in the chat is saying, Disney be like, write that down, write that down. Imagine they're just watching this whole stream and writing Tron 4 from us.
It's possible. Who knows?
Alvaro, you got any theories?
A lot. I think, I had the theory about Sam. I think that Quora might be missing, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, I don't think that Ares is going to be the main character in the next movie, if we have a next movie. I think that we might get back to Sam Flynn or maybe someone new.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think about it, but I feel like Ares is not coming back as the main character.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think he'll still have a presence for sure, but not be as big of a character as he was in Tron. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
I would love for Tron 4 to actually be called Tron Destiny, like officially.
Nah, Tron Ascension though as well though.
That's true.
Ascension. I would love if it's called Ascension.
Because
we get back to the legacy grid and we get back to Tron maybe. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Tron Destiny, Tron Ascension, and also Tron Evolution was originally supposed to be called Tron Ascension as well. Like, we need to use that name at some point.
That is true.
Yeah. I would like Tron Destiny to be a future title, though, as well. Julian as the MCP could also give us the theme of Julian's guilt for his mother's death. It could make sense lore-wise since she was the previous CEO, so maybe she coded an MCP during her time. That's a really good theory. Oh my god. That'd be so cool. I can kind of imagine just like Julian, and also mixed with Sark, taking orders, and in the inside he's just like, you know, noticing that it's his mother that he killed. Well, he got killed, but he didn't do it himself. But yeah. It's, yeah.
Ooh, wait, I think I just remembered one. A good title. I think I saw someone else post it, like today or yesterday. Tron Resurrection.
Tron Resurrection? Yeah. I mean, hey, if Tron gets revived in that movie, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is a good theory, I think. Being the original Sark program, maybe he wants revenge against Tron and Flynn, and somehow he makes connection with the legacy grid, and he goes to, searching for Tron in the sea of simulation.
That would be cool, yeah.
I'd like that.
Because, like, that's what the cool idea is, if Julian has memories from Sark as well, and almost...
it might be possible.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And he goes searching for Tron, trying to figure out where he is, and eventually it leads him to the legacy grid. Yeah, that would be really cool. What if they pull from SAO and have Ed Dillinger perform a brain scan before he died and use it as the base for the new MCP to become a program like Flynn is a digital ghost? That's a cool idea too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually. I don't know if I want this, but I was also thinking that maybe Ed Dillinger Jr. is the MCP, but I like the theory of Gillian Anderson or Elizabeth Dillinger being the MCP instead.
I like that a lot more.
Yeah. I think that's a cooler theory. Yeah, I forget what I said. I don't. Yeah. But I still want Ed Dillinger Jr. to return in the future because there's such a huge opening for that now with Elizabeth being gone. So, did anyone catch the digital plantation? I think it was in the Encom grid, like for Tron Identity. Yeah, I did catch that. Like we had trees. That was so cool to see that actually, because it's the first time we're really seeing that in live action, because we saw that in Tron Identity, we saw it in Tron Catalyst, now we're actually seeing it in live action, and that's so cool. Yeah. Let me see here. Realistically, do you guys see Tron returning though if they did a sequel?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they have to. I don't know. I feel like at least a cameo at worst.
Yeah. I just feel like there's also such a demand for it right now, like almost as much as Sam and Cora.
Right. It's I don't know. Like, I'm all for new characters, but yeah, like people, because there's that crowd that say like, how are you gonna have a Tron movie without Tron? Like, obviously it's a brand and it's not, the world of Tron. Like, it's not just the title character, because Flynn was the main character in the first movie, but I also that people are like, it's like having a Batman or Superman movie without Batman or Superman. And I get their point of view. Like, I don't completely agree, but I also like, I get it. Like, you should have at least Tron elements there. Like, he's some kind of character, even if he's like Uprising's a perfect example. He's Beck's the main character, but he's there, he's very prominent, and a role like that would be good. So but that's why I kind of turn back to like an animated series, because I feel like he's worked best there. I feel like that just proves that a future new series he'd probably work good there as well.
Yeah, but I will say though, I don't think Tron needs to be in every single project for it to be a Tron project. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Tron, one of my probably top 3 characters of the whole franchise, but even in Legacy, he wasn't gonna be in Legacy. It was the fans were the reason that he was even in Legacy. There was such a outcry for him to be in the film, so Bruce Boxleitner returned, and that was the only reason why. He was never gonna be in Legacy originally, and then and then that's how we actually got Uprising to happen, because there was such an outcry for him to return. But no, I don't think Tron needs to be in every film for it to be a Tron film. But yeah, like you said, I think it needs to have elements of his character, because he was even if he was in Legacy, he was barely in it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not, I don't fully agree. Like, yeah, I would prefer Tron to be there, but I can live with him not being there. But I do think it's like one of those things, he's at least got to show up every once in a while to make everyone happy.
But I don't think he needs to be in every project, but like at least every now and then, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Really, this should have been called Ares: A Tron Story. I don't know though. That doesn't sound as nice, because we got to finish off the trilogy. We got to have Tron Legacy, and Tron Ares.
I mean, it wouldn't sound as cool, but you could just call the series The Grid. People would, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also think, just from a business perspective, that's why Disney is just calling it Tron, because it's a Tron franchise. Everybody knows it as that now.
Yeah.
What's your dream cast of characters for Tron 4? Mine's Sam, Korra, Tron, Ram, Ares, Caius. That's a good one. Sark and Ed Jr. Mine is Sam, Korra, Sark, Tron. It'll never happen, but Beck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Oh no, actually no, that can't happen. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I would like Ram to return, but if not Ram, I would like Roy to return. And then definitely Ares. I want Ares to return, and Caius. Yeah, I would like that too. But yeah. I honestly, I don't know if I want Ram to return. I would be okay with just Roy returning, but Ram would be cool too. What about you guys?
For me, it would be Sam, Korra, Chet Bradley. I mean, I want him. Mm-hmm. Alan Bradley, Ares. Yeah, I know also Tron, but I'll be happy to see Bruce. Just Bruce as Alan Bradley. Mm-hmm. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that, Alan. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, because I'm also thinking, even if Tron doesn't return, Alan is just as good in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think, D-Rest?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as you guys. Sam, Korra, Ares, Sark. I would, like you guys were saying, probably like Alan, Tron. Small role, big role. Jet Bradley. Probably. I don't know. I feel like EXO. I know, like, that might be different, but I don't know. I really like. I really liked her character in Catalyst. I think it would be cool. Also, to just connect things a little bit more. And I would say Jeff. Bring Jeff back. Like, if you bring Bruce back, you should bring him back too. But I'm down for Ram, but like, he's not the highest on my list. But I would like to see him. Like, really, anybody, the more the better. Like, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, I need that reunion between Alan and Flynn. I really do. Yeah. So yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, bring Flynn back if you're doing that.
Just bring everyone back. I mean, bring everyone back. I mean, Tron Doomsday. You know, like bring everyone.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? We're making this a multiversal event. We're bringing everyone from Tron 2.0 back too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was gonna be. Crisis on Infinite Grids. That's what I was calling it.
Yeah.
Tron No Way Home.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Sam's mom, by the way? Oh yeah, Jordan Canis. She passed away in 1985 in a car crash. If you guys don't know, she actually made the blueprints for Encom Tower, by the way.
Yep.
Was Bites the bit that could talk? Yeah, that was in Tron 2.0, yeah.
Avengers Tron Ensemble.
We need Marv Flynn to return in Tron Doomsday. We need Marv Flynn.
I'm here to talk to you guys about the Tron Initiative.
Digitize Marv, bro. He needs to be in the grid, though. The dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tron Beyond the Grid. Tron Endgame. Wait, there is? Wait. There is? Someone said, I still find it interesting that there's 2 Encom towers in Ares. That's true?
Yeah, at the ending, it's a different one.
I didn't notice that. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say they did. It looked similar enough, but I thought it looked a little different.
But I thought it had just been like time passing. That's what I thought it was. I didn't realize that they were. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. I did not. Let me see that.
But that makes me happy because like I remember when the trailer came out with the new tower, and I was like, it's cool, but the one from Legacy looks better. So it's like, okay, well now we can just say there's multiple different ones.
So this begs the question though. Do we know if Tron Ares actually takes place in Center City? I don't know if I saw that or not.
I think it does. Not. I mean, I haven't seen any mention of that.
Yeah, like the only evidence that supports it is that it was filmed in Vancouver, and so was Tron Legacy, which takes place in Center City. But that's about it. I don't think I saw anything saying Center City in this film. So that's what I'm wondering.
I thought maybe it's a stretch because I don't remember. I could have sworn I saw behind the scenes police cars that said Center City, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and check on my third rewatch.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is saying that they confirmed it. They had convention posters that said Center City Convention Center. Oh, okay. All right, you know what? I'm all for it then. Oh yeah, wait, what am I saying? Yeah, no, I'm stupid. Yeah, no, it wasn't Center City. Ares walks out of Flynn's arcade. I am so stupid. What? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How can I forget about that? Oh my god. Dude, what am I saying? Yeah, it's practically the exact same Flynn's arcade, so definitely. Which I'm happy about. I really like that Tron, for most of the part, takes place in a fictional city because it gives everybody involved more creative freedom over what they can do with the city, you know? I like that a lot.
So. For sure.
We saw the Flynn corner. I think what I'm also wondering though is Oh, I'm just wondering though. Yeah, if Encom already has like 2 buildings that we saw. Does that mean that there's other buildings worldwide too? That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The big question I have after Ares is what were Sam's real reasons for leaving Encom? Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to explain your theory again? Because you had a huge theory for that.
Yeah, my theory is that maybe, the world was asking many questions about Quora. So to protect her, maybe they ran away, or maybe just Quora run away because she couldn't adapt to the world, and Sam is looking for her. It's that two options. I think it's very possible.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good theory, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to think that Quora, because many people are saying that Quora may have, a disease, and that's the personal reasons for Sam Flynn to step back in income. But that doesn't make sense, for Quora to get a disease, being an ISO, it's like.
I had a poll real quick.
Yeah, I don't think she does. Yeah.
One second, guys. All right, there we go. What I would like to see as well is what I was saying a while back is I really want to see. Well, we kind of saw it a little bit in this movie where Flynn mentioned or kind of just name dropped. Oh, Dillinger, I remember them. In the 82 grid, I want to see Flynn actually interact with Dillinger.
Yes.
That would be such a cool kind of reunion. Even if it's not Ed Dillinger Sr., I would love to see that because, after all these years, after the Dillinger stole his work, it'd be such a cool kind of confrontation. I would really like that.
Yeah, I would love that. Or even just Sam, like I know like that's kind of the whole point, but like just Sam and Julian, like that I'm really looking forward to that one, especially.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Imagine a Sam Flynn focused movie about him going grid to grid trying to find Cora. That'd be really cool. It would suck if Cora just dereses after 29 minutes. Wait a second. Wait, that would be insane. It would suck if Cora dereses after 29 minutes of being in the real world and Sam is just so heartbroken he leaves NCOM. That would be insane. I don't think it happened because of the coordinates on that photo, but that would make for an amazing story. Holy crap. I don't know what you guys think about that. That would be kind of crazy.
That would be dark, but
yeah,
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think it's happening.
I will say, it would be what could be really cool. I don't think they're gonna do it, but maybe she escaped to the arc grid because ISOs are there. Maybe she wants to. I don't know. Like maybe that could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. True too. Yeah, I think she's out there in the world, trying to find herself, because Ares says at the end, I'm not the only one asking these questions, so he knows that Quora is out there, maybe alone, and the picture says last seen and the coordinates, so I think Ares thinks that he can help her, but we don't know about Sam. Maybe Sam just doesn't know where she is.
Yeah, it's possible, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe Sam couldn't resist, losing someone else in his life, so he just stepped back from NCOM.
I like that theory, actually.
Yeah.
Good possibility.
It's kind of like Luke Skywalker in episode 7, but I think it's good.
Yeah.
It could work.
Except I don't want it done the same way as Luke Skywalker in the sequels, though.
Yeah, no. Let's try to avoid that.
Yeah, this is a good idea as well, or I mean, a good topic to bring up. Why would NCOM have Edward Dillinger Jr. on the board if Dillinger Systems was a competitor? Especially I'm gonna expand on this, especially since Tron the Next Day brought up Dillinger Systems like months after Legacy released. So I don't know. That's a very interesting topic. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually looking on Instagram to see if I could find the Olivia Wilde photo. Can you say it again?
Why would Encom have Ed Dillinger Jr. on the board in Tron Legacy if Dillinger Systems was a competitor?
Well, I think I saw somebody a while ago talk about that. They think that, he kind of wanted to make a name for himself. He didn't want to be attached to the company, and maybe he slowly built his way. Over the years, he got, like at the end, like next day, Alan says that he can stay and he earned his place. So like it might be something like that. He wanted to get away from his family and all that stuff for whatever reason. Like I don't know, that's it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think it's kind of an error because Dillinger Systems was created, the name, for the next day. I mean, I spoke with Kurt Matila, who is the director of the next day, and he told me that during the marketing campaign, Flame Lips, they mentioned that there was many companies that were like a big, how did you say, like, I don't find the word.
Competitor?
Competitor, yeah, for Encom, but they never say the name. So Carl Matila, the director of Next Day, had to come out with that idea, which is Dillinger Systems. So it's kind of like a retcon from the Next Day to Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I see it like that.
No, like
yeah, it's in the canon, it's kind of weird to see it.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's also kind of cool though because he kind of created like a whole lore. He created a brand new lore for Ares, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I spoke to him like a few weeks ago, and at first he didn't know what to say. He didn't remember where that name came from, and then some days later he said that it was created during the process for the short. So yeah, just came out as an idea that now is like a very big deal for Ares.
Yeah, it's insane. Dillinger Systems happened after Legacy. Well, no, not lore-wise though. No, it happened to Tron the next day, and it was mentioned during the '90s that Dillinger Systems took away, or took over the throne from Encom when they made a personal spreadsheet maker. So no, technically in lore, no, it happened before Legacy. Let's see. Did Dillinger Systems exist in Tron Legacy? Well, no, not really. No, yeah, like Alvaro was saying, it's kind of like a retcon. Yeah. Doesn't she bring out the original 82 laser? I thought she didn't. Wait, let me see. Yeah, that was Alvaro just talking. Yeah. Someone was asking if you were just talking, Alvaro.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. It's my program.
Let's see. Yeah, that was it. I think that was the 82 laser in Flint's office because, well, not the arcade office, but the one in Encom Tower. Even though it wasn't as big as we saw in the actual laser bay in 82, I think they probably upgraded it just for the sake of displaying it, or at least like kind of restored it. Yeah, the one that Athena destroyed. Yeah, that was the 82 laser. I don't know about you guys. I think that was the 82 laser, right?
Which one?
The one that Athena destroyed. The one in Encom Tower.
Oh yeah. I think that was.
Mm. But they took that to Alaska also in the beginning of the movie. Was the one? I don't think the one in Alaska was the 82 laser though. It looks way too modern. I don't think that was the same laser.
Yeah, no.
No, that's something new.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Of course, it has oranges involved, but I don't think it's the same laser.
I mean, I think we saw the original laser. It's in the arcade. Yeah.
Yeah. When Ares is brought back to reality from the 82 grid, he's even in the same clothes as Flynn was with his arms out. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that was another great scene.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many good scenes in this movie. I really don't understand all the hate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm biased. I'm a Tron fan. But I can still, I can see that there's still flaws in this movie. Every movie has flaws, even Legacy, and I'm willing to admit that. But I still thought it was a great movie. I still do. I stand by that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like some people say, it's like, I hope the cycle doesn't repeat where 15 years and then in about 5 to 10 years, people will look back on this movie fondly. And it's like, well, you should have been there when it came out. But
I might have a bit of a crash out if that happens, man, because I'm already having a bit of one with how people are saying that with Legacy right now. People are saying, man, why did Legacy not do well?
Oh
my God.
Everybody and like you were telling me the other day, the OG movie, that score went from like a 72 to a 62 because of Ares.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, guys, I think it's at 61 now, but like over the past couple months, Tron 82, that had like over 70. I think it was 72 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, and in those months since, it's now at 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. The original Tron. What? Like, that's insane. Over like months, by the way, not even a year, just months. That was insane to me.
Yeah, and it's like, if you don't believe, like, you can go on Wayback Machine. It'll show too. So like,
yeah,
it's not fair. Like, come on, don't try to tear down the first movie because you didn't like the third one.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was a little bit upset with that. Everyone hates on all the Tron movies until they prove their worth over time. Yeah. It's so annoying, man. I hate this cycle so much. It's just a canon event for every Tron movie. And I hope that ends soon. And then people are comparing this movie to Madam Web, and I'm like, what?
Do we watch the same movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 82 is at 60 now? It's gone down. No way. I'm checking.
It was at 62 like 2 days ago.
There's no way. Oh my God, it did go down. It went, dude.
No.
Yesterday, when I was talking to you, ATV, or dude, it was at 61. It's going down, man. That's insane.
It's not fair.
This is insane. Oh yeah, okay. I also did think this was a little bit odd. How does Ares like destroy a vehicle in one throw with his disc? But has trouble battling sentinel melee weapons. Yeah, I thought it was weird that he like threw his disc at one of the parts of the dart, and it instantly started like crashing down. I thought that was a little odd. Yeah.
I know, but it was so cool that really like I don't mind. Like,
yeah.
It was amazing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
I do want to say one thing. What was it? One of the football ads for Tron Ares, we got to actually see the stadium, like a red version of the stadium. And I was just thinking at the time, and obviously now that the movies come out, it's like, we never actually got to see, you know, the games, and it's like that little trailer, like that little like teaser promotion thing is the closest thing we'll get to like what it would have looked like, you know, because there was a light cycle in that, and it's like, oh, it makes me wish we'd gotten that. Like, I know it wasn't gonna happen, but oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah. No, that's what I was hoping for too when I saw those football ads, those NFL ads. Yeah. It's going down because younger people are seeing Tron 82 for the first time in the lead up to Ares on Disney Plus, and then reviewing it poorly because it didn't age well. No, but the thing is, it's not just that like it's the casual audience; it's also critics that are older and watching it. I feel like people have to understand that like it isn't just like I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna review Tron 82, you have to almost go in with the mindset that it is the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think that you should go in with the mindset, oh man, it should like be the same kind of CGI we see today. That's so unfair. Dude, this is a 43-year-old movie.
Yeah, I don't care if it looks dated. It still looks good to me. Like, I know I'm biased, but I love the look of it.
Don't even get me started on how it looks on 4K, by the way. That is so beautiful. I watched it on 4K for the first time a few days before Ares, or the double feature, and I showed it to my friend who's never seen any of the Tron movies. He loved it, and it was beautiful seeing that on 4K though.
Yeah,
I don't think like it compares to Legacy on 4K because, you know, Legacy is newer, but seeing a 40-year-old movie get remastered on 4K is just a magical experience.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I expected more from the Dart. Yeah, me too. I wanted to see a lot more of the Dart because it's a brand new vehicle. Like, it's cool that we get to see the giant recognizer, but I wanted to see a bit more from newer vehicles, you know?
Yeah, it was like 2 scenes.
Yeah. And also, D-Res, you said that they were like jump packs, right? In Fortnite? That's what they're called?
Yeah, that's what it was like. Yeah, jump jet is what they call what the Fortnite thing said. I don't know if that's just for Fortnite or if like that's what they're calling them in the movie. I don't think they ever said what it was called, but
yeah,
I'm just gonna call them that.
Yeah, like those light jet packs that they had in the film. Apparently, that's what Fortnite's calling them. So I'm just gonna assume that's the official name.
Yeah,
those were really cool. I like those a lot. Oh yeah, the light skimmer escape was also really cool. Yeah, that was awesome. I like seeing the light skimmer.
I love that. I just wish that I understand the drones were going after, but I wish like, you know, a couple guards maybe got on their light skimmers and like you could see like it's like a light jet battle, like obviously not as big on scale like that, but like maybe just 2 of them chasing from behind, like that would have made it even more epic.
Yeah, I agree.
It's empty. Like there's no one there.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. It should have felt more lively. Like there's actual programs that live there, you know? And when there was a payload dropped onto the Dillinger grid, I felt like it should have felt more like a significant event, you know? Not like just if it only felt. Yeah. It only felt like the grid was being damaged, no programs. You know, maybe a few, maybe like the 3 guards that we actually saw in the movie, but I didn't feel like an entire race of programs were being erased when I saw that. It only felt like the grid itself was.
You felt more of that with the Encom grid at the beginning, not in the Dillinger one.
Because we saw way more programs on the Encom grid. Like, I think there was like maybe at least 100 that we saw.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do agree with that. By the way, though, the scene where they're escaping on the light skimmer, I feel like that they should have had a bit of a different track playing during then. It could have felt a bit more epic and intense during that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, what did you think of the music during the lightsaber chase? Yeah, no, I felt like it was a little out of place. And I also wasn't a huge fan near the end when they actually get to the portal of the lyrics. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the lyrics that play on the soundtrack. I just don't think it has a place in the actual film. Play the credits, that's okay. I'm fine with that. But I don't know if you should play it in the actual during the process of the film. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I still, I don't know, the music just
took me out.
That scene, it could have been, yeah. I didn't feel immersed. Like in that case, it felt like they just added the track onto that scene. Whereas like some of the tracks, it felt like it matched perfectly. Like What Have You Done? Like that one specifically, I would have expected that on the grid, and I kind of still am biased towards that idea. But like it kind of makes sense, you know. They got 30 minutes, they got less than 29 minutes. You know, Dillinger's like TikTok, you know, like you're running out of time, and you feel it. So it's like that's a great scene for that. And it's like other scenes, it's like it really was hit or miss at times.
Yeah, like the opening for that movie. Oh my god, that was such an awesome. And I'm talking about the opening when they play what's the song called? In It, I think it's called, or the track.
In It, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was such a cool opening, and that music hit. That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought that was perfect. But like you said, yeah, there's sometimes where the music hits and sometimes where it doesn't. So, yeah. Yeah, the opening scene song was mind blowing. Yeah, when I felt that in the IMAX theater, I could hear the speak. I didn't know an IMAX theater could do that. I heard that and I was like, I know this is gonna be a good movie. As soon as I heard that. Yeah, I agreed. Some of the
I was just think.
Oh, you go ahead.
Sorry.
You go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying. I wonder if we'll get a Tron Runner update with Ares.
No, dude, that's a deep cut. Yeah, it's kind of insane. Tron Runner is like the only place where you can actually get 3D models for Uprising characters. The only game where we have Uprising characters.
Yeah.
Can you see this chat? Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to catch up with chat, but also talking with Alvaro and D-Rez. Sorry. Yeah, no, I can see the chat. But yeah, no, that'd be awesome if we got an update to Tron Runner.
Yeah.
What I really want Tron Runner is Tron 2.0 stuff too, as well, like Jet Bradley and that.
Yeah.
Wait, the Tron Runner servers aren't on anymore? I didn't know that. That's really surprising because Tron Evolution is older and the servers for that game are still up. That's insane. Do you feel like the way Ares was made? Do you think that's the how programs are made? Yeah, I like that actually. I like seeing that it isn't easy to make a program. You know, it takes a lot of time to update them and perfect them. You know, like you don't see that as much with other programs in the Tron universe. You know, and that's why I really like seeing Ares' creation and how Julian Dillinger had to add so many patches to him. I thought it was very realistic, and you know, takes a long time to. Or I'm not going to say perfect the program like I said earlier because perfection is unknowable. But I thought that was so cool. Did you guys notice that some music wasn't on the album, or am I tripping? Oh no, there probably some of it wasn't available. I mean, for Tron Legacy when it first released, a lot of that music wasn't available on the soundtrack, and then they released the complete edition. They'll probably do the same thing for Tron Ares, just hopefully this time not in 10 years. You guys there?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, did you guys get Tron Ares popcorn buckets at your theaters?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Did your
theater have them? It looked really cool. Yeah, I think they did. They were. It was on display.
I got mine right over here. Unfortunately, I didn't get the drink cup because they didn't have it at my theater. But I did get like
I had the cup today. Here in
that's
Argentina, we only have the cup with the light cycle. It's pretty cool.
I want to get the actual full-on light cycle popcorn bucket, but I got this. It's pretty cool. It lights up. Hold on. And the light cycles move. Hold on.
Yeah, that's really cool. I see it.
Did you guys notice that there's like no merch or toys for Ares? Yeah, we were talking a lot about that and how it's frustrating because Legacy had so much love when it came to sell the toys. Like, I would love some figures, especially for Eve Kim. I would love a figure. I don't think it's ever going to happen because it was a post-credit scene. I would love a Julian Dillinger figure as Sark. You know, there's so many figures they could do. I would love Athena. Ares, I love the actual suit that Ares has. It's so cool. Yeah. And I know that D-Rez was mentioning the dart, and I think that Alvaro was mentioning the jump jets or whatever they're called. I can't remember the name already, man. I don't think that name is gonna stick for me. It's hard to remember that one.
I was just to say, I got the Cora photo from Mike on the Grid. Thank you for sending it. I'm just gonna put it in here if you want to show it. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll show that in a second.
Yeah.
The popcorn bucket, it was like $20 actually. I was kind of shocked, and also that's Canadian, so it's probably like $17 USD. So it's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. Okay, here's the photo of Cora that we have. Actually, wait. Oh, it's a little bit blurry for my screen. It won't. Yeah, never mind. Can't show it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm zooming into it. And it's a little. Yeah. Let's see. Call me crazy, but that photo of Cora looks like she is missing hair. The reason for Sam leaving for personal reasons, possibly being cancer, would be wild. I don't know, man. I genuinely
think so.
I think it's a photo from Olivia. Yeah, it's. I think it's just an unflattering photo from Olivia Wilde's Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty happy, and the image says last seen, so you know, it's like.
You know, I'm gonna
somewhere. And she's in Mexico. That's important.
I'm gonna use a Google search with this photo. Hold on.
I mean, I tried to find it, and I didn't. I mean, I searched through the Instagram, and there isn't. It might be a new photo.
It might be.
Maybe, yeah, it might be a new picture from Olivia for the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks recent, so.
Did Flynn's gridded Tron Legacy get totally destroyed? I thought Sam had it on a computer chip around his neck. And what do you think happened to Tron? Wasn't he in the water at the end? I feel like it was more of like a radius thing. I don't think the entire grid got destroyed. Obviously, the rectifier did, and the kind of surrounding area did. I don't think the entire grid got destroyed. As for Tron, I feel like it's interesting because do you guys remember Tron Uprising? I feel like it was said that like programs can eventually like de-res or something. I don't remember. It's been a while, but de-res in the Sea of Simulation for being in there too long.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Tron would have woke up in time, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Of course, like
biodigital jazz, man.
He obviously turned back into Tron, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, what do you guys think?
Sorry, say again.
No, I was just saying, what do you think happened with Tron in the Sea of Simulation?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like he probably, I mean, he definitely survived. I just, I don't know. I mean, like, he did just get out of an intense battle. Like, I feel like we're just seeing him seconds after. Like, I feel like, I mean, we've seen programs in Uprising start, underwater and, like, drift for a second. Like, I think, maybe 2 seconds after that, he starts swimming back up, Like, I mean, it might be a simple explanation, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's less about what happens right after, and it's like if we saw him again, it would be like way later, like what has he done since type of thing.
Yeah, that's true too. Oh, RCT3 is epic. Thank you for the super chat. I think I went for the coolest first viewing aside from the premiere. I saw it at IMAX headquarters in an Ares costume, then did a photo shoot at at Flynn's. That's so cool. What the heck? Dude, that's one place I want to visit so bad. I don't know what you guys
That's
think.
so cool.
Yeah. The real question is what's at the bottom of the sea of simulation? That's true too. I don't know. The sea of simulation is so mysterious. I want to learn more about it, but I also kind of want it to stay mysterious. I don't know.
Yeah. That would be interesting. An entire different race of, programs, a whole new life form, like.
That too.
Like beyond the ISOs.
Exactly. I don't know. I want to learn more about that for sure. Like, I don't know. I feel like we've gone too far past Legacy to learn more about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I know. Someone said, I know what's at the bottom. Tron? Oh, too soon? Yeah, a little bit too soon. Tron, the way of the water. I remember I saw this like comic, and this was more of just like a fan, just a fan art, and it was all these different comic covers of Yori like saving Tron from the sea of simulation, trying to find Tron, and I think that'd be so cool. It's just I'm really confused about Yori in the Legacy grid because she appeared, or she didn't appear. Her light suit appeared in Abel's garage. If you guys remember, it's so odd.
I love that. Like, it's so cool, but we don't know why.
Yeah, he just has like Yori in a glass chamber. What? It's very odd.
I mean, maybe it's possible that she was intended to be brought over and never was, or maybe she was like had a close connection with Abel and she got derezzed at some point. Maybe she's the one that introduced Tron and Abel, and then she got derezzed, and like that's just something we haven't touched on. Maybe
that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys tripping that everyone is crapping on this movie? I thought it was so good. Yeah, no, I'm getting a little bit frustrated. There's so much hate, and people are comparing this to Madam Web. What do you mean? This is not near as bad as Madam Web.
It's just exhausting. You just want to, even if like we're not complaining about people who hate the movie. We're just complaining about the people that are being so negative about it. Like, there's a difference, and it kind of drains the fun out of it at times. Like, it kind of sucks,
And here's the thing, like, I'm willing to listen to genuine criticism. I don't want to be one of those fans that, okay, no, I'm not willing to listen to any negativity, not any criticism. No, I'm willing to listen to genuine criticism, and I'm willing to talk about flaws in the film, because every film has flaws. Tron Legacy has flaws. The original Tron every film has flaws. Right. But when we're criticizing things that weren't even in the actual film, what? Like, we're hating on stuff that I didn't even see in the actual film. I don't think we watched the same film,
Feels like it.
Yeah, I know Alvaro has it. You said that, like, there hasn't been too much hate around your area, though, right?
Honestly, no. I think here in Argentina, it's, like, pretty decent. I mean, I saw it with a bunch of fans, on IMAX, and it was full, the screening. So So yeah, there's a lot of love, honestly, and what I like is like I've seen a lot of families watching the movie. You know, like that's something that I know I like that. You know, all the generations watching the movie, enjoying the movie. I know, but I'm pretty happy, you know, right now. I just want to watch the movie. You know, don't worry too much about the box office, the critics. Uh, I mean, the movie's great. That's all that matters to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just like when there's like I don't know, there's so much over hate for this film. It tells Disney, oh, there isn't an audience for this anymore. That's what the problem is. But yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of people that really want to be the last Tron movie. I mean,
yeah, everybody's
there's no reason for that.
Everybody wants it to be the last. They don't want to see this franchise succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was actually shocked by one YouTuber that did a review on this film that actually really liked it, and it was one critic that I never would have expected to like Tron Ares, but I don't know if you guys know Grace Randolph. She hates Tron Legacy.
Right? Yeah.
She hates Tron Legacy with a passion, but she really liked this movie. I was like, what?
I know. That was a surprise to me.
I was shocked. Yeah, because she always hates on Tron Legacy. Like, I remember I used to watch every now and then. And when Joseph Kosinski was announced for Top Gun Maverick, she was taking dumps on Tron Legacy. She was like, "Oh, he's the wrong director for Top Gun Maverick because of Tron Legacy." And she really liked Tron Ares. So yeah, no, people that hated Tron Legacy, some of them are coming back and liking Tron Ares. So it's very odd though, the positivity around this.
So here in Argentina, I mean, I'm going to read a review from a critic from Argentina. There is something that, I mean, I'm just gonna read this comment. This is what it says. Ares is a complete and utter disappointment, both in terms of script and visuals. I loved Nine Inch Nails, but I didn't even like the score. Boring and depressing. It's like, what movie this person just watched? I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, some of the critics from Argentina are kind of saying the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
There is a boring movie and all this stuff.
I wouldn't say it was boring. It was action packed. I would just say it needed.
Yeah, exactly.
There should have been maybe more. There should have been more going on. But the one thing that was going on was very action packed. There was always something happening. There wasn't a moment to relax. Like, it's one thing for you to say, you know, the pacing or the ending was a little disappointing, or I don't know, like there's other things to critique, and I feel like, you know, calling it boring is just dumb. I feel like I don't know, like I feel like they don't really know what they're talking about in that. They're just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, and many people like this one are saying that it doesn't respect anything about Legacy.
Yeah, that's just a lie. We didn't watch the same movie.
What? That's
I remember, I think it was a review. All right, let me actually pull it up. It's a review from IGN, and IGN isn't really trustworthy nowadays because of how many reviews just, in my opinion, aren't really accurate. Namely, like The Penguin, if you guys have seen that. But let me pull up the review. I can probably find it really quickly here. They had a very interesting review, and I'm not like hating on the rating. I'm hating on the reasoning for it. Let me find it. I can find it real quick here.
Oh yeah, wasn't it that one about they don't try with nostalgia, or they try too hard, or whatever the quote was?
Well, no, it was a little bit worse than that. Hold on, I'm gonna just search it. IGN Tron Ares.
Okay.
So I was just scrolling down for it. Here we go. I think I found it. Where is it?
I love that suddenly we are roasting critics. Like, we are.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not trying to roast critics. It's just I don't know how I feel.
No, it's alright. They deserve it. They deserve it.
Yeah, they do. I just feel like they're specifically trying to like tank this franchise.
They've been coming at it for 15 years, even beyond that. Like,
Yeah. It. Okay, here we go. So they were mentioning that it forgets where it came from. The franchise forgets where it came from.
All right. So what about the grid scene, like the beat, like cycle, like?
Yeah, it forgets where it came from. Yeah, it has the whole 1982 grid. I don't know.
Yeah, when Carlos like.
I don't know. I don't want to roast critics. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a lot of these reviews are meant to tank Legacy. People don't want, like I said, people don't want to see this franchise succeed. They want to see it end here. Even though people really enjoyed Tron Legacy now, when they didn't enjoy it before, this is such an anomaly. It's so odd, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, I saw a TikTok back, I think it was like 5-6 months ago, and I think the creator of the video, he says, I've been here since day one. I don't want to see you guys in a few months acting like you've been day one fans like me. And it's just like, yeah, like he already, the person I found, like he was probably anticipating the switch up from the general audience.
Yeah. Yeah, and also this is true too. More people don't want to see a direct sequel of 1982. Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. But I one thing I can agree with. I feel like this movie should have balanced out more. Like I feel like it should have also felt like more of a sequel to Legacy. I feel like they should have balanced it out because then it can appeal to more of an audience. You know,
right?
Because realistically, a sequel to Tron 82 is not really good for the box office. It's just not as well known as Legacy, which is unfortunate. But yeah, everybody liking 82, Tron Legacy now and selling out those steelbooks. Where was everybody 15 years ago? And I'm not saying this was everybody. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying at all. All right. I don't want to be that guy saying, "Oh man, nobody liked Tron." No, there were some people that liked Tron Legacy, but a lot of people, and I've actually seen specific critics hate on Tron Legacy when it released, and now they like it all of a sudden. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't want to make this all negative. It's just very odd. Such an anomaly. I wasn't born yet 15 years ago. Oh no, I'm not saying everybody was hating on it. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean like for people that were there 15 years ago, and now all of a sudden they like it when they didn't before. It's just odd. Anyways, though, let's just move away from the negativity a little bit. I don't want to make that all on this stream.
Yeah, back to positivity, guys.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Yeah. Let's see. I was a junior in high school. Yeah, no, it was not that popular yet. All right, let's see here. I feel like Tron. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I will say that's one thing I found funny is like when I got into Tron for like the first 3 or 4 years, I genuinely believed it was popular. Like I thought everybody liked it because, you know, it was on Disney Channel all the time because that's how I found it. And it's like now it's like or you know, way down the road I found out through, you know, first Uprising got canceled and, you know, I raised an eyebrow. I'm like, that's odd. And then eventually you go online and then, you know, it's like I had recently watched the first movie a few years after and it's like, oh wow, people don't like Tron. And then Disney canceled Tron Ascension and it's like, oh, so it's like it kind of it is like, yeah, it took it, I didn't know right away. I was in my own bubble and I'm like, oh, Tron, everybody likes it. It's like, you know, because like I remember, you know, everyone you talk to knew about it. So it's like, I don't know, like I think it's like everybody knows about it, but like it's not like a constant thing that people like
yeah.
You know, it's not like a Spider-Man or like a, you know, so yeah, it's I don't know, it sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. But it's just interesting thinking back to that.
Yeah, It was very odd. It kind of explains though why I saw a lot of the Tron 3-inch figures at Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah.
I bought like all of them.
That's rough. I mean, that's cool, but like it's rough that it, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't appreciate Tron Legacy at first either. I was too young, but then it just okay. Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah, if it clicks after the third or second viewing, that's fine. It's just like it gets annoying when you see critics like slam on Tron Legacy, which I have seen the same critic, and now they all of a sudden love the movie. I don't know. It's just a little annoying. But anyways, back to what we were saying though. As for Tron Ares though, I don't know. It's all of this is just so tiring. All the toxicity right now going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall
we could talk about the Tron Uprising movie. I know it's not related, but to change the mood a little. I don't know.
Yeah, that should have happened. That's insane. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah, there was a Tron Uprising, like you guys were saying, the Tron Uprising movie. It was probably, wasn't it a TV movie, right?
I think so. Yeah.
TV movie, and Daft Punk was supposed to be in it along with Hora, which is insane.
Yep. Yes.
Tron Ares 4K.
So cool.
Tron Ares 4K is a day one buy. Same here. I need that steelbook to go with my. I have the Legacy and 82 steelbooks over there. I need it to go with them. Also, this is another thing my friend was talking about. Ares is more casuals. I feel like there's less people slamming Ares than there was for Legacy.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about casual audience. Like, you'll notice more people saying it was nowhere near a bad film. They won't say it's a good film, but they'll say it was nowhere near a bad film. I feel like time will be nicer to this film than it was for Legacy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that Ares will even do better with time than Legacy. I don't know. Also, speaking of Ares though, I kind of hope that they keep that theme at Tron Lightcycle Run, but I hope that they swap it out every now and then with the Legacy kind of theme. I don't know if you guys know about the whole re-theme at Tron Lightcycle Run. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, has the 9-inch shell score and all that. I kind of hope that they keep that a little bit.
Yeah.
They should. It would probably get more people like on board. I feel like that would have to be like, I don't know how they'd schedule that, but
Going back to positivity, I discovered your channel back in 2021 and saw your Tron 3 speculation videos. It gave me hope that there would be a Tron 3, and now we're all here with the release of Ares. It's insane. I remember, like, I specifically remember this. It was in the Tron Community Discord server, and all of us were just talking about the whole panel going on with Bruce Boxleitner for the 40th anniversary of Tron at D23. And all of us were constantly wondering, is he going to mention Tron 3? Is he going to mention Tron 3? It's insane that we're here now.
I know. And I think, yeah, he said that he I don't think he said he knew it was being made, but he hinted at it, like, he kind of had he knew something, like, and we got excited over that, and, like, that was the same time when Identity got announced, so, like, the hype was just beginning at that time.
Yeah. And Alvaro, how long have you been making videos for? Like, Tron videos also?
5 years.
5 years? Yeah, like...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been waiting like such a long time. I mean, obviously we've all been waiting 15 years, but the fact that like we've been making content trying to lead up to this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's like a dream come true, like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but, like, never thought it would come, but here we are,
Yeah. Is it true that Trent and Atticus were piloting the jets in Ares? Yeah, I looked in the credits and yeah, it was them. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold out. So I'm gonna keep hope for Tron 4 though. Overall, going back to that, I don't want to lose hope. I really don't. Sure. Am I coping? Probably. Yes, I am. But I did the same thing with Tron Ares, and here we are.
Yeah, and also there was always like little news over the months and years. So it's like it also kind of gave us just enough to kind of like want to invest time into this franchise, you know? Like 2017, 2020, like and then in between there was like little reports here and there and like little comments from different people involved at Disney like there was enough to like get us excited for something even if we didn't know if it was 100% coming.
Exactly. Yeah. No, precisely. And yeah, that's also another thing. I feel like, yeah, no, I'd agree with this. Tron has more hype around it when it comes back due to it not being oversaturated like Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Well, I mean, it depends on like the event going on with each franchise, but yeah, most of the time, yeah, I can agree with that. But honestly, hope isn't. I mean, there is. It's not that there isn't any like. Sorry, it's not that there is no hope for the franchise because we still haven't like. This is only the first weekend of Tron Ares, and we haven't even seen how it did on Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
and it has not released in China markets yet, so there's still some hope for the box office run. Is it looking good? Not really, but there's still hope. Like, yeah, I never even thought that we would be talking about Tron 4. This is insane.
Yeah.
As much as I like the Solar Sailor, I didn't mind that there wasn't a complete scene on it this time. Nice break from routine. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, those scenes go on a bit too long in both films. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I can understand that criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Is this getting released in the international markets all at once besides China? Yeah, it is. Yeah, China is the only like market getting released a little bit later, as far as I'm aware. Everywhere else has Tron. Every other market has Tron Ares. But yeah, I could definitely see Tron Ares having a cult following if it doesn't do well in the box office. It's just like it's insane that it has the title of having a lower box office performance or opening weekend than Morbius. That hurts a bit, but
it does.
Yeah,
but and that's the thing. I'm so tired of these people saying it's Morbin time, it's Tron in time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's just not funny. It's not.
It was the first couple times, but not anymore.
I know. Like, come on, let's get a better joke, guys. You know.
And then but one thing Discs of Tron did mention to me that is a good point. Morbius did so well because it was right after the hype of Spider-Man No Way Home, and we knew that there was a lot of Spider-Man references as Morbius. Like we had Michael Keaton returning as Vulture. We had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man on posters. You know, there was a lot more hype because of nostalgia in that film. So yeah. I think it also is different just because of how much Spider-Man there was in that film. But I think that's also why Morbius did better at the box office in opening weekend because like it or not, Spider-Man is a much more iconic character, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, what did you guys think of the Ducati? Like the person on the Ducati in the trailers being Ares instead?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
That was one of my biggest fears before watching the movie, like thinking that it was actually Ares.
Yeah.
But at the end, you know, the movie gave me so much that I really can't complain about that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Like I thought it would have been worse because I don't know, I wasn't excited for Ares specifically. But no, Jared Leto did a good job with the characters, so I was okay with it. But yeah, no, it brings up the question on how he got Flynn's bike.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, maybe Eve had it somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the same model. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. Um, I don't know you guys, but I was like, I was sure that it was going to be Sam. It was like
Same.
I have yeah, it was.
I'm just like, it has to be, because like, and I think that would have been better, like, to end it off, because then, people, I think just dismissing the movie because they're not in it is kind of dumb. And it's like, to have him at the very end, it would validate everybody. Like, everybody would feel satisfied. Some people might nitpick and say, well, he was only in 2 minutes, but at least he would be in the movie, and it would tease the next one. But like, if you don't get the next one, well, at least he came back and you get kind of closure, Like, I don't know, that was a bit of a miss, especially when Joachim was saying, that they are like, I know what he was trying to say, but that TikTok kind of like got everybody like, it was fake. That was bad.
That doesn't have enough heart. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, that too, but I was mainly talking about the TikTok where he was like, they're in the film.
Oh
and,
my
like,
god!
it was, everybody, all of us thought they actually were. It wasn't just a photo and news articles,
Yeah.
But we gotta say that he's a genius. Like, that's great. I mean, just saying it like that, and I during my interview with David Coleman, he kinda teased me that someone was going to be at the end of the movie, because he told me that at the end he storyboarded a scene with someone on a Ducati, on a motorcycle, and he said, well, I can't tell you who is it. And I was like, all right, it has to be Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be.
Who else would it be?
And it wasn't. Yeah, but
yeah. Well, I guess I guess certain things changed, I guess.
Yeah, but again, I'm not disappointed in you. Like,
yeah, no, it could have been a lot. It could have, it could have been worse. Like, the way people talk about it, it's like, it turned out a lot better than what everyone expected, And I think that I'm just grateful for that.
Yeah, people that had very low standards for the film were actually very surprised from what I've been seeing too.
Yeah.
Like, I think Disney did or just the whole studio did a great job with this film, compared to some of the most recent films I've seen from them. But yeah, I was really happy. But all we know now is if we get Tron 4, we get Sam and Cora, which is what we've been wanting for the last 15 years. So, I mean, hey, that's nice to know a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's a good spot to end it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good either way. It doesn't matter. I
kind of want to talk more, but I just feel like there's nothing else to talk about now.
I don't know. I'm down to continue or stop. Like, it's up to you.
Yeah. Maybe just a bit longer. I just don't know. Yeah, I think we'll end it here. Yeah, I think we'll end it here actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I want to do a live stream like this with you guys again sometime. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thank you guys for hopping onto the stream.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for all joining the stream. This was a lot of fun. Huge thank you to D-Rez and Hernandez Alvaro for joining in. This was so much fun. But anyways, this is it for today. End of line.